Take it, Ronnie.
Go ahead.
Take it, Ronnie.
Yes,
All right. We're early anyway, right?
Yeah, we're a little early.
So,
As y'all could tell, we're early. I think it's the first time that we're actually early on the podcast. We try and go live at 3 o'clock, right? That's our time on a Wednesday when we do have the podcast on Wednesdays. But as you all know, nothing in construction actually flows the way it's supposed to. And anybody that tells you all that it does is a liar. You know,
I don't know what you're talking about.
there's all sorts of hiccups in construction, but that's what makes good contractors that they're able to think on the literally on the dot on when the line has gone red, and they find solutions to these little hiccups that happen, right? But I just want to thank Mr. Cavazos here.
I think I'm out. Hello, Mike.
There
Yeah, I
you
can
go.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Hi, guys.
Just wanted to say thank you for showing up.
Yes,
and I wanted
of course.
to thank VMK here with Vmk Concrete. We have Miss Karla here, and we have Victor here, owners of a very, very
Owners, operators, janitors,
porters.
Yeah.
Even the printer paper's mine.
How many concrete trucks? How often do you drive a concrete truck? Maybe not so much now, but
On the yard. He drives them pretty often.
yeah,
Yeah, test drive him.
yeah, never. Yeah, but that would be that would be illegal.
You can do it in the gates.
We'll talk about this
In the
later.
gates. But no, I do have a story.
Let's have some
Regarding-
drinks.
Well, no, but
No, yeah.
I think we talked about this story.
Victor, yes.
Well,
Karla,
because
Karla.
you used to work for another company
Oh, yeah.
where
Well,
you
that's-
did drive
That's
some.
right.
I wasn't
right.
going to talk about myself. I was going to tell you a story about Victor.
Yeah.
Talking to the mic, so we can make sure we
Yeah.
get good feed in there.
I've had the opportunity to go out to dinner with you guys multiple times, and we've talked about some really cool stuff, and y'all have some really cool stories. And one of those stories is when you used to drive 18-wheelers, right? I mean, right or no?
Yes, but the preface to that is when I was in college, I did not have a license. I didn't drive until a month after I graduated A&M.
That's you didn't have a driver's license. That's right.
Wait, what?
She didn't have a driver's license, bro.
No. She didn't have a license, but she did.
Does
not
she
know
have a
how to
license
drive.
now? Do you drive?
She didn't know how to drive.
Oh wow, that's
She didn't know how to drive.
She learned to drive after she had her job, but before she started the
Before I
job.
started, after I got the job offer, it was crunch time. So I learned to drive in College Station, Texas in the summer when it's a ghost town.
Perfect.
Right before corporate America was going to run my background check and find out the
You don't
emperor
have a
had
license.
no clothes and I don't have a
Yeah,
license.
yeah. What company was that? Can we talk? Can we say or no? I don't know. Can we say?
I worked for Pepsi for 10
Pepsi.
years. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Right? That's a big
Yeah.
thing right now. Pepsi, Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah.
We're having some issues with that.
What's going on with that?
Coca-Cola apparently they told on a bunch of their employees that don't have legal citizenship.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they got it. They turned them in, and they got sent back, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's
they
kind
called
of-
ice on themselves.
Like that's kind of
Sorry.
not cool,
I'm sorry.
you, right or no? I mean,
You just wouldn't. you would hope to.
take care of the people that have been working for you for a long time.
Yeah,
We understand that the
yeah.
immigration is kind of a hot topic right now, but to just hey, they're right here, they're right here.
Yeah.
Take them.
So that's what's happening. I was
Yeah.
like, what's
so
the big
everybody's
deal?
buying Pepsi.
That's why
The
everybody's buying
stores,
Pepsi.
People are not buying.
And what's happening with Sam's?
I
Something
don't-
about like people are boycotting Sam's, and now they're
Yeah.
like going to Costco.
There's some stories that aren't real. The Coca-Cola one is. Yeah, they actually came out and apologized to their employees and stuff.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they didn't get the message because they were already over there. Anyways.
Just know, guys, we're not laughing at that situation.
No, we're not. We're not.
We're
No.
laughing at Coca-Cola, right? That's pretty crazy. That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. And so where's Coke? We're getting real off topic, but
That's okay. That's
where's
okay.
Coca-Cola located? Where do they have their main?
They're
at
from
least-
Atlanta. Their
Atlanta's
corporate's in
a
Atlanta.
corporate-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know where this ICE situation was, but their corporate's in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
We're not
interesting.
trying to laugh at it, but
No, not at all.
but it is. I mean, it's kind of like, man, we're human beings. I think people forget.
Yeah.
We're all human beings. There is these borders, they're imaginary lines. They're not real. Right? We're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of God. I mean, I'm not trying to talk about religion because I never do, but the reality is, let's just relax a little. These are our friends and neighbors.
Yep.
Good people.
Yeah.
The American dream, in my opinion, is alive and well in our immigrant population.
Right.
They're the ones that truly believe that there is better opportunity here. And without an American dream, how strong is America, right? And so we gotta talk about these things at some point because it's bigger than just you're on this side or you're on that side.
Definitely.
Yep.
It definitely is a lot bigger than that. And you're right. The American dream, it's pushed by people that are trying to do more with life with the little that they have, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to create something that, my dad was le pescaban like cebolla and stuff like that. The guy was driving a truck at 13 years old, bro, because that's what his parents did.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe because of that, like, he always worked so hard because he went through stuff like that,
Yeah.
And the dream was for him to be well off, and it's so weird how life comes back around because now he's gifted his parents a house and he takes care of his parents, and it's really, really weird how that whole thing did like a 360.
Yeah.
But that's the American dream.
Yeah, let's not forget, right?
And
That is
really,
very powerful.
The four of us, everybody in this room, the owners of this building, we're all a testament to the American dream.
Absolutely.
So-
And I think most of us at some point, whether it's us or those that came before us, were immigrants, right?
Yeah.
We didn't own. Anyway, I'm not trying to talk about politics
No,
because
no.
I really don't care what side of the
But
political
it's-
spectrum you're at, but just from a human perspective,
yeah.
come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
And even then, bro.
I mean, look
it's
at
happening.
look at the richest man on earth right now, right? Elon Musk is an immigrant.
Bro, and look at what he's doing right now.
I'm not saying anything bad about him or any side because I don't want any hate mail.
Yeah.
But it is reality, right? Like, at the end of the day, we are all immigrants.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's not that it's personal to me, but I do have a sense of like emotional attachment because my parents are immigrants, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of my friends are immigrants. They're great people, and I will say this. I don't know if I've talked about this in the podcast before, but back in 2007, 2008, when the construction industry hit a wall or hit the ceiling. There was no work for me to be had. I had just kind of started in construction. Sorry to talk about myself.
No, but it's true.
But I had just started in construction and I didn't have any work, and so I had to start traveling. I started traveling the country doing commercial finish outs. That's all I could get, and we went as far east as Panama City, Florida, as far north as Rapid City, South Dakota. My last job was in Las Vegas that we did. Didn't matter what city we went to. Didn't matter what city, bro. Rapid City, South Dakota, right? You walked into the job site, what music is playing, right? Ticket. You know what I'm saying? Raza. It's the Latino culture, the Latino community that's building America.
Our communities, yeah.
They're building America, and that's why that's when I learned that the American dream is alive and well in our Latino community, bro. It's like to this day still gives me chills because it didn't matter what city, there was Latinos building everything, McDonald's, Anna's Linens, the Buckle, the Fossil, like every single one of these companies that we built for, it was all Latinos. Yeah.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
So let's just let's go easy. Talk about it.
Calm it down.
Calm it down a little. We can't just. Anyway, sorry.
No, there's no need to be sorry, bro. The reality is it's something that's obviously happening at the moment. And there's people that, like yourself, that are very passionate and know that there's a lot of good people that are living here and doing an honest job. And
Most.
Yeah, like it, and you would want to believe that. I would at least want to believe that some people have the heart that you have, and you try and look at it with the good on it.
We're human.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we're one race at the end of the day.
Somos todos humanos, güey.
I mean, if we're trying to launch rockets to get out of Earth, what race are we from?
Earth.
Human race.
Yeah.
Right?
Earth, or would it be?
So, to launch rockets out of the U.S., like, we're just trying to save U.S. people? Like, no. We're trying to save the human race. And no matter what culture, we're all human.
Yeah.
We are all part of the same race.
Yeah. Definitely has to be a little bit more love. More love and compassion for each
bro,
other.
At the end of the day, it truly conquers all.
Yes, definitely has to be a little bit more love and compassion towards each other. And
sorry. Anyway,
we got
so we
you guys come on the podcast. And, Victor's like, so are you gonna ask any questions? Like, no, bro, it's just wherever it goes.
Yeah, whatever's on our mind at the time. Yeah. But these are topics that are
important. They're relevant.
At front and center, and we are in the construction industry. And at the end of the day, come on, man. Like, the reality is that immigrant labor exists in not just this industry, but most manual labor industries and all across the United States.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see where that goes. I had my cousin goes, people voted, and they voted Trump in, and he was telling people what he was going to do. He was like, so he was telling us, man. He's like, maybe we didn't believe him. He's like, but this guy's really keeping his word. And I was like, oh my God. But the crazy thing is, what he was explaining to me is, he's a district attorney for Stark County, right? Mm-hmm. And he was explaining to me that there's a lot of agencies that are getting hit, obviously with the whole federal assistance and all this stuff.
Sure.
That's happening where there's people that use federal assistance to feed their families and whatnot. But they're also hitting law enforcement. So he was saying that they went ahead and cut, at least over there in Stark County, that they cut overtime. So he was like, dude, no cop can put overtime anymore. He was like, and the messed up thing is that most cops are banking on that overtime to get the check they get, bro. Mm-hmm. He's like, so that already is going to affect whatever they can provide for their family. He's like, and what happened, he goes, they notified us at 8 a.m, hey, guys, today we're going to go ahead and cut off. No more overtime today. He's like, we got a call from up in Austin, cut the overtime, blah, blah, blah. He was like, there is a website that you go on and you clock in your hours, all this stuff. He's like, dude, we get on the website at 10 o'clock in the morning and the website's down. So he's like, dude, it was just like in a blink of an eye, there's no more overtime. Yeah. I was like, oh, my God.
How does that affect families? I mean, like I said, we're still all human. And sometimes I think when you get to certain levels in society, you could potentially lose sight of reality. And anyway. Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. We talk about anything.
Oh my God, I love it. And as you all can tell, or at least you guys being members of STBA, y'all been members of STBA since the beginning, no?
Yep.
Since the very beginning, 4 years now? 4?
When did you guys start? 4 years ago?
We started we're going on 5.
Going on 5.
Yeah,
going on 5.
You guys first started.
This summer would be 5. Yeah.
With materials, yeah.
Yeah.
That was wild.
You guys took a chance on us from the very beginning, and we strongly appreciate. I mean, we appreciate that. Yeah, of course. And since then, so tell us how the STBA has helped.
I know.
So let's go. Let's segue back in.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like you, and then there's a few others from STBA were our very first customers in Concrete.
Yeah.
And so likewise, like you guys believed in us since the very beginning.
Of course. Yeah.
So.
I didn't know Karla very well at the time, right? And I've since then have gotten to know her probably more than Victor because he talks more. But Victor, I went to school with Victor, and so I've known him for a long time, and I've always known him to be a stand-up dude. And so, when the opportunity presented itself that, hey, give me a shot, of course, let's try it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Here we are 4 or 5 years later, and tell us about y'all's accomplishments. Because they're big, right?
Well, we'd have to start from the beginning.
We're very appreciative of you and STBA. I think, the things, the mission that STBA strives for is we're a testament to that. We're a community helping each other out, right?
Yeah.
We're suppliers, you're builders. We're building homes, schools, shopping centers, and it's part of society, right?
Yeah.
You know, and what we provide, especially in concrete, it's a foundation. We always, our motto is building solid foundations, because as in life, you've got to have solid foundations in morals and values. We have solid concrete to build beautiful buildings, build the art that you oftentimes refer to, because this is what we're doing. And sometimes in concrete, we don't get, it looks, sometimes we can make it fancy, but it looks gray and all looks the same. But it's one of the most important, I think, one of the most important materials we use in construction, because that's where everything
starts
relies
from.
on.
Yeah.
And then we can build everything else on top, but bridges, roads, and hospitals and schools. So
Without a solid foundation, right? Like, I mean, it's not something new, right? You
Can't sustain
Can't-
walls.
can't stand without
Yep.
a solid foundation. That's in anything in life. So yeah, from a metaphorical perspective, how important are you guys to our industry? I mean, some would venture to say they're probably the most, right?
Yeah.
So we're happy that you guys are doing well. And
Thank you.
And with that, we the way Karla and I have approached our business, and we can get into how we got to where we're at. We're very, very appreciative of the support from STBA members and others in this area. But we pride ourselves in providing that solid foundation to help be part of those projects that we're building across South Texas.
yeah,
And we all grew up here. Karla's from Brownsville. I grew up in Mission. Go Mission Eagles! Right?
that's right, baby. I still bleed maroon. You know what I'm saying? Still bleed maroon.
I'm about to go suit up.
Bro, I still have dreams about playing.
Sometimes I do too.
Yeah. Crazy, right? How such a small time in your life has such a big
wild.
impact.
So how did you all meet? How did this?
Here we go.
How did this?
Oh,
How
my
did this
God.
friendship come about?
My version or Karla's? No, just kidding. Karla, tell the story. You tell it better.
She saw me and she was like, "Damn, I'm hot."
That's the one. That's funny.
Ay. All right.
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
Well, she couldn't drive, so she needed a
was-
ride.
She was hitchhiking.
I was an Uber driver. No, yeah, Uber.
She needed a ride after the bar.
I wish there was Uber when I was in school.
Hi, Karla, you're not that old. What are you talking about?
Well,
We didn't even have cars when I was there.
Victor and I met in 2011. So I graduate from Texas A&M. My first job's with Pepsi. I started in Austin. And then I didn't graduate. So I grew up in Brownsville, but I didn't graduate from Hanna High School, which is the high school I went to in Brownsville.
Okay.
My mom moves to Kyle, Texas. Well, she moves to Driftwood, where the Salt Lake is. I go to school in Kyle, Hayes County, and that's where I graduate my senior year. And then I go to Texas A&M, and then I start with Pepsi, and then at some point, they're like, we're going to move you back. We're going to move you to the Valley. I hear you're from the Valley. At that point, I hadn't been in the Valley in 5-6 years, and I was excited to come back. My office was in Hidalgo, and it was 2011. The internet wasn't the coolest, where you could like Google apartments. And my boss at Pepsi had told me, hey, you're moving in 2 weeks. You can't take any time off, but you're expected to start in Hidalgo on Monday, 2 weeks from now.
Wow.
And I had a moving van, like, because Pepsi does all that for you. And I was like, thank you, but I have nowhere to live, right? And so I didn't want to go to like an extended stay or something. So there's nothing on Google.com yet. And so I go to the Hidalgo County A&M Club to
Yeah,
see
baby.
if other
That's how it happened.
to see if other Aggies had a place.
Y'all see how important it is to go to college?
That's right.
Y'all see how important it is? It's very important.
Support your local Aggie
So you went,
club.
okay, so you went to
Hey,
the
we're all
A&M
Aggies,
club.
bro. We're all
Yeah.
Aggies. That's cool. That's cool.
Because Victor and me are 10 years apart, so we didn't go to school together.
Okay.
But thank you to the Hidalgo County A&M Club. And it's 5 members. One of them was Victor.
Hey, that's real nerdy, guys.
Very cool.
I want to meet somebody. Where should I go?
Wait, why'd you go to the club? To try and find somewhere to live, or what the heck?
Yeah, because I was trying to like,
Agachando,
I'm young. I'm
No,
single.
you know, but
I'm new
I-
in town.
I get
I
like
want an Aggie.
Preferably. Preferably.
So I go to the Hidalgo A&M Club little Facebook page. I post like, hey, I'm an Aggie. I'm moving down to the Valley in 2 weeks. Does anybody have a place? Know of a place?
I didn't have a place. I was a good guy.
No. Espérame. So all I get is
I need a roommate, dice Vic. Oh my God, what a coincidence. I have
like,
extra room.
No, pero él siempre dice.
Se acomodó de volada.
No, él siempre dice, like, no, I was just being nice. It was an Aggie helping a fellow Aggie. And I was like, no.
Right.
If the profile picture would have been the 600-pound woman, lo hubieras corrido.
Sí. O un vato. I mean, whatever.
Not looking to help that Aggie.
Okay, so, all right. So okay, Victor answers the
Yes. Well, no,
answers
he
the
didn't.
call.
Well, not productively.
Knight in shining armor. I will protect you here in the valley, fellow Aggie.
Not productively. So I post like, hey, I'm an Aggie. I'm moving down in 2 weeks. I'm looking for a place to live. And all I get is metiche like, Victor Garza likes this. And I'm like, ¿Y luego? Like, you got something? Like, and so
Yeah.
I go into Victor's page.
So, but this is what is this
This is
Facebook?
This
Okay,
is Facebook
Facebook.
2011.
Yeah,
This is Facebook
yeah.
2011. So I go, and then I look at his little profile pic and his little Aggie gear. He had a little sobrinito, and I'm like, ay, mira qué guapo. And then it says,
That's very nice.
Oilo.
That's very nice. He was handsome.
y
Oh, wait, no.
Bien chulo,
Very
bien
handsome.
Ya
Y luego,
chingué, dijo.
y luego dice Aggie, luego dice Stanford Masters.
Ay,
Oh, check all the boxes.
Sí.
De aquí soy.
te digo, güey.
De aquí soy. Vámonos. Let's
Sí.
go.
Y luego dice VPGM at Cemex. That's where he was at the time.
VP. Oh shit.
No, cállate, shut up. Entonces ya.
Yeah, not yet. He's mine. I'll lock this one down.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. And now we own VMK. Damn, that's a fast forward, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so you guys, so obviously you're like, okay, well this guy's interesting, and then y'all go out on a date.
We go
How do
on
y'all
our
meet?
first date. We go on a blind date. We set up our own blind date. Victor wanted to go to like have.
How do you set up a blind date?
We were messaging. He still has not produced a
it's
place
not-
for me, a recommendation for where for me to live.
But isn't like a blind date like you don't know what they look like?
well, I guess a blind Facebook date.
You know, we had pictures to go off of.
Oh, okay.
At least.
Polaroids.
But the good thing back then, the filters weren't hardcore, bro.
No, they
Nowadays, bro,
No.
cállate.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Back then, you got what you saw is what you got.
Love stories. No,
Sí.
chinga, yeah.
No six pack. Así de que
No.
con la camisa quitada. VP of Concrete.
Cemex.
Our concrete's real hard.
Oh my God.
Ay, qué padre.
Welcome to the podcast.
Anyways, these are a toxic dinner, bro. We had a good time.
So y'all go on the date, huh?
We go on the date.
Where'd y'all go? Where'd y'all have your date
Well,
at?
Victor recommended at that time it was like kumori, and I was like, no, I don't want to go have sushi because what if I don't like this guy? Like, let's do coffee or like New York deli. If I don't like him,
Yeah,
I'm gonna run
I
out of
can
there.
jet.
But yeah, bold.
What you can run out of Kamori? Shit, right? Like you can leave.
No,
right?
Kamori. What you got? Yeah,
I didn't want to be.
That's fully
I didn't wanna-
committed.
I didn't want to be waiting for the miso soup.
That's my favorite part.
I mean, I'll go to the one that has a drive-through.
Kumori Express.
Oh my God.
So we ended up landing. I was like, no, algo más tranquilo, like soup, salad. We went to Cheddar's.
Close to an exit door, please.
Yeah, sit me right over here. Actually, right here is good. Right by the exit.
It ended up being a 4-hour date.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Pinche Vic.
Victor's like, y'all didn't think I could talk, huh? Just watch the fuck out.
I'm an introvert. I didn't talk.
I'm an introvert.
I have a
She talked
feeling
for 4
Karla
hours.
said everything.
That's at 4 hours.
Yeah.
A firm
She talked for
believer.
4 hours. That was the first and last time I had a salad for dinner.
Oh my
was
God! Stop! No, thank you for
A
teeing me up.
walnut pear
No.
salad.
He ordered a half a grilled pear salad,
Okay.
and porque no haya
It was
said
good.
a full pear would have been too much.
Too many calories.
Yeah.
half a pear salad.
A grilled pear.
He's putting his best foot forward with.
That's right. Trying to new.
Next,
I started the
next
diet that
date,
day.
double meat with cheese.
I started the diet that date. That was the diet.
He's never ordered a salad again.
Wow.
Do you
That's
feel
awesome.
like lied to?
What is it, Dr. Phil?
He doesn't even eat salads for real.
Ay, ¿tú crees que llegó? Era un gordillo. Like I knew. I was like, para mayoso with a grilled pear.
I see.
4 hours is badass.
Yeah.
Though. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's pretty good. How long were you all dating before y'all got married?
5 years.
5 years.
4 years. Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, but
But the whole time, so I only lived in the valley that time for like 8 months.
Okay.
And then from there, they moved me to Fort Stockton, Texas, which is over there by Midland.
Okay.
And then I moved to Laredo for 2 years. And then Dallas for a year. And then we got engaged and we got married. And then,
The entire time you guys are together still.
yeah, long distance.
Okay.
I was just here for like 8-10 months. And then.
So right from the very beginning, did you guys know? Like, was it, okay, this is the person?
You know, I left that date thinking that was the guy I was going to marry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
He
That's
Victor's like-
beautiful.
once I knew it, I don't believe-
Victor's like, I'm still thinking about that damn pear.
Stage 1 clinger. Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And 5 years later, yeah, Victor also agreed. Yeah.
Wow.
So 5 years later, I asked him to marry me.
He had no choice.
Yeah.
It was 4. It was 4. Then we were engaged for a year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But
I
the whole
love
time
it.
we
No,
were
I
long
love it.
distance.
You guys have, you guys are now, I mean, obviously, you know, y'all meet, beautiful story. I love it. But y'all become this little power couple at some point because,
Definitely.
I mean, you guys bust your butt to get this thing off the ground, running like it's going, growing like it is. When did you guys decide, you know what, let's get into the concrete business
Well, you know,
together?
Because before, were you always doing concrete?
so
right?
I was at Cemex 13 years.
Okay.
I went from Mission to A&M to Stanford, and then I had an internship in Monterrey with Cemex, and I liked it. And I used to work actually at DuPont, great company. I thought I was going to end up being an engineer at DuPont, but when I went to Stanford, there was a lot of signals from Cemex.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Cemex building, and we had a Cemex case study in class, and so it kind of piqued my interest. And my family had been in construction related businesses in Mexico, so it kind of, you know, I knew who Cemex was, so it piqued my interest at Stanford, and I ended up getting an internship in Monterrey, and so I really liked it. I liked the industry. I liked what it stands for. It was funny when I was at Stanford graduating, and the professors going around the room, see what our plans are. You know, all my friends are Apple. I mean, they're from Stanford down the street, literally.
I mean, come on, it's Stanford.
Apple, Google, they're all just down the street.
Yeah.
And all my friends are going to Apple, Google, Yahoo, all these cool places. And like, I'm going to go work at Cemex.
Sale pa Cemex.
Cemex, what do they do? Well, concrete. What's that? You know, so it's that kind of conversation. But you know, I just think concrete, you know, going back to what we were talking about earlier, is such an essential material. You know, a fun fact that we throw around in the industry is it's the most widely used man-made material.
Yeah.
And from all materials, after water, only water is the most used material, and then it's concrete. So, you know, it's just something that's so essential, and it's been around for millions of years. You know, not millions since the Romans, right? But they used concrete and cement in some form or fashion, but obviously not in our lifetime. We're not going to replace it. There's new technologies and new ways of making it, but it's still concrete.
Yeah.
There's nothing that that will replace concrete in our lifetime.
It's kind of like magic,
Yeah.
right? Just add water and it becomes this crazy, like, you know.
You can make cool structures, all
Yeah.
sorts of things, right?
Yeah,
So I really liked Cemex, and I went to work at Cemex after graduating from Stanford. Went to
What'd you graduate with?
master's in mechanical engineering. So
Mechanical.
I'm a mechanical engineer from A&M and I have a master's in mechanical engineering from Stanford. And then, so I went to Cemex in Monterrey.
I would like to say that's super impressive, by the way.
Excuse me, but the most impressive is that they're both full rides.
Yes.
Wow.
They were both a full ride to A&M and a full ride to Stanford. And
Wow.
Victor learned English at
8
years old.
So
Yeah.
you're talking about immigrants, Ronnie. My parents moved from a small town outside of Monterrey when I was 8 years old. I didn't know. I remember I
That
used
wasn't
to
on the
get,
Facebook profile.
You know what's funny?
I used to get bullied.
You would have
You know
liked
what's
it even
funny,
more.
Vic? I swear to you, I can relate to that. When my stepdad came into my life, which was Ruben, he always jokes about it. He's like, "But dude, when you and your brother came into my life with your mom, you guys were like little wolves, and y'all didn't know English. So in order for us to learn, like he would tell us, like we wanted to play soccer, right? So we're like, queremos ir a jugar fútbol. And he'd be like, if you want to go play soccer, you need to talk to me in English. You need to ask me in English. And to this day, we talk about that because I think I was like 6 or 7 when I met him.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I didn't know a drop of English because I grew up in Nigeria, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like...
And did you lose the Spanish or no?
No, it's there forever.
Good. 'Cause that's, man, it's so hard. It's
You don't lose
hard.
that, you know?
It's hard.
You don't lose it, but that's crazy,
So
bro.
you know, I used to, you know, it was tough growing up from Mexico. No word in English. You know, it was tough to
I'm sure.
get bullied in elementary school, right? But
Were you in what was it? The ES? No, what's
Yeah,
it? The ESL program,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
To learn English.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
So I became the high school valedictorian.
Yeah.
I was a little nerd in high school.
When I
So
was there,
had a
they
full
called
ride.
it like
Bro, but how
special
im-
program or something.
Yeah.
I had a full ride to A&M. 'cause I
How
was
impressive is that, though, bro?
No,
like,
it's amazing.
You get
No,
to you
it's
get
like-
to the U.S. 8 years old. You don't know English, and then you become 10 years later. You're the valedictorian.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's the will to want to move
Yeah.
forward in
That,
life.
in my opinion, is the American dream, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
how is that not the epitome of the American dream?
exactly.
And then you know, I talk about it because we're talking about this, right? I don't. It's not something I usually share, but you know, when I was at A&M, I said, well, I want to go to grad school, but I want to go to Stanford, and I don't know why. Somewhere down the lines, I saw Stanford was a great school. I didn't know much about it. Never went to visit. Said I want to go to grad school.
Nah, just pick like the best one.
Yeah,
Think of somebody.
I said if I'm going to go, I'm going
That
to go
seems
there.
like a good one.
and I got in, got a full ride there, and 2 years later, so I'm
Just
working
the acceptance rate at Stanford is what,
Yeah.
like 1.8%
I
or
have
some
no
crazy
idea what
number.
it is, but yeah, but it was fun. It was a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
I bet.
Great university. great
California.
place. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great campus. Great friends. Great professors. So then went to Cemex in Houston. Worked in Houston and New Braunfels. They have the big cement plant, not the concrete plant where they make the cement powder.
Mm-hmm.
Huge manufacturing facility, about 200 employees, a huge thing, right? We're first couple. So I'm a management trainee. They've got us for a year and a half, just training could be 2 months or 3 months or 2 weeks in different roles, different jobs, shadowing people. So we're just trying to learn, right? And
In Mexico?
No, this is in Houston and New Braunfels.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we're in a quarry where they mine all the limestone right in New Braunfels, big cement factory and aggregate quarry. So we're driving. First couple of days, I'm driving those like the big Tonka trucks, 777 Caterpillar.
So for the people that don't know, what a mineral and what rock is being used to
Mine
break?
is
Yes, sir.
cement. So that's a really good question.
To create that powder.
So cement, a lot of people don't know, right? They think that we just go and pick it up. Cement has to be manufactured in a chemical process that you take primarily limestone, about 85, 89, 90% is limestone. And you add some clay and some other additives to get the right composition, some iron. You get the right composition. And so all these rocks, right, you're mining them, and then you pulverize them into like a baby powder talc.
Yeah.
And then you heat that up to about 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit in a big tube. And so this thing is becoming like molten lava, basically. This limestone is melting. All these different minerals are fusing together. And what comes out is actually a product called clinker. Clinkers, picture different sizes, like a ping pong ball size to a softball. It just, since this tube is turning, it's about 120 feet long, about 15 feet in diameter. So it's turning at 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit, and all this limestone is bonding together and making clinker, these little balls, and it just clinker different sizes. Then you grind that with 5% gypsum, and you get cement powder.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it's a whole chemical process. I mean, it's chemical engineers, mechanical engineers. You know, it's heavy industry. You know, it works 24/7, about 330 days a year. They take a shut. They do maintenance about 30 days out of the year.
That's how important it is to have
they
this
run
product.
24/7.
Yeah.
Night and day.
Consistently.
And so you're running. You got to mine. So you've got to have cement plants, the powder cement plants, close to the limestone sources. So that's why you don't see any down here. San Antonio, near Braunfels, Austin, Dallas,
limestone.
Monterrey, wherever there's limestone, you can have a cement plant.
Gotcha.
So I worked there, and I got exposed as a mechanical engineer. You know, I was climbing through this, you know, $1 million dollar pieces of equipment. You know, and when they're shut down, and just trying to learn, right? Trying to learn as a young student or employee, trying to learn as much as we could from anybody, not just the bosses. You know, I like being out with the workforce, the guys that are there at night and on the midnight shift. You know, just getting in there and learning the equipment. So that was a lot of fun. And that's kind of where the passion, you know, started fueling the passion of this industry. And so I started moving within the company to other roles. Once I finished that management program, I ended up in the engineering role in Houston. So what I used to do was anytime one of the operations across the U.S. Needed to expand either an aggregate quarry or a cement distribution terminal. So they'll make the cement, say in Texas, they make it in New Braunfels, and they have terminals in Dallas, in Houston, in Katy, and so they rail it or truck it there. So we needed to have distribution points, and I would be the feasibility engineer that would go and study, all right, well, we need a facility this big or that big, and then try to get funding and do the engineering and the design and all that stuff. So that was a lot of fun. With Cemex, I got to travel all over the U.S., even Mexico and some places in the Caribbean. You know, I went to cement terminals in San Diego, Sacramento, Long Beach, San Francisco, you name it, right? I got to see a bunch of cool stuff. So it was a great company, great people, good place to work. And so that's where I started developing that love for the business. And then one day, I was talking to a buddy of mine in the corporate office, and he got a call about, you know, something going on in the valley. So Cemex had bought an operation in the valley, which was Transit Mix. There's a big company out of Dallas. And I guess they were trying to find a manager, see who they're going to send down here. And maybe nobody wanted it, I guess. I raised my hand. I'm like, well, I grew up in
I'll
Mission.
take it.
Yeah. I'll go.
Please.
And so
Please send me home.
I'm a mission eagle.
Send me home, yeah.
me, I want to go. So they sent me.
I want to go. I want to go home, please.
And so that was December of 2007. I remember it was December 24th. I was moving out of my apartment in Houston, driving home, and I started at Cemex here as a manager, and I was a manager here till January 2016.
Damn, not too long ago.
Yep, not too long ago.
Okay, so that was a long flash forward. At what point did you decide, you know what, I want to do this on my own?
You know,
Were y'all married by then?
yeah, so,
right?
Not
so
26. Well,
so
got
we married in 2016.
Yeah.
You're right.
So you know,
Our son was born 2017. That's
Don't worry, we can cut that from the show.
I was like,
We'll
so,
cut it.
You know, it's interesting. You know, going back to like when we're going out on dates or talking. It was funny because Karla would talk about her work, and I'd
so
talk
the
about.
thing was, like, Victor was a management trainee, high potential hire from Cemex. I was also a high potential hire at Pepsi. Like, I was the only Hispanic female doing what I did. So I managed warehouses. I managed drivers.
What did you study, Carla?
Business.
Business. Okay.
Business.
Okay. That's what I was.
Amazing.
Business.
Main
That's what I was
School of
imagining.
Business. And so it was business marketing from A&M. And when I was, because it was 2010 when I graduated. And so really the only people, like, I thought I was going to go into like advertising in Manhattan, right? Like that, like this
Like the movies.
very cool, yeah, Devil Wears Prada job,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And so I ended
Love
up,
that movie.
I ended up being hired by Pepsi, and at the time it wasn't PepsiCo, it was Pepsi Beverages, Pepsi Bottling Group, and so which is the bottler for Pepsi, which is really like the chichincles of PepsiCo, like. So it's all the workforce of the distribution centers. And so that's what I learned. Like, I started as a sales rep working. It was a manager and trainee program, but you had to learn all the roles. So I would work from like 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And then eventually when I was managing a plant in Fort Stockton and then Laredo, that was a 24-hour gig, managing drivers, forklift operators, warehouse managers, sales guys. And Victor and me on our dates, it was talking about drivers, warehouse managers, delivery supervisors.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we're kind of doing the same thing here, right? Just
That's
different
right.
fields.
Yep.
And so when we get married, we have our first baby in 2017. And at that time, Pepsi had given me a chance to go into like more corporate role. So I got to office out of home, but I would travel a lot. And Victor was traveling a lot because at that time he was already at Command Alcon, which is a concrete software company. And he was traveling all Latin America. So he'd be to Brazil, Argentina, and I would go to like El Paso, Dallas. But our son was only not even a year old yet. And so I was like, you know what? One of us has to go. And so I decided I wanted to stay home. And so I stayed home for maybe 7 months before we started VMK Materials.
Yeah.
And so
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 in
it's
7 months, y'all decided to put this thing together.
Well, you know, to back up just a little bit, so so we found that obviously our values as individuals was very similar, and you know, we hit it off, and so it was something that we wanted to do. So we got married. Cemex wanted me to move, so I'd been in the valley for 8 years, and you know, we took the business from starting off in 07, 08 to 2016, and we did very well. We did wind farms and some big projects, right? Cool stuff. And one day the boss pulls me into his office in corporate and says, Victor, you've said no to this job, this job, this job. You're going to move. Like, I'm
good.
I'm good. I'm getting married. Wait. I moved 7 times in 2 years. Like, I had moved.
God,
Wherever
that's
they wanted me to
horrible.
move, I moved.
That's horrible.
But now I kind of wanted to start a
So-
family.
yeah,
right?
of course.
And it goes back to our roots, right? What we were talking about earlier. She's from Brownsville. I'm from Mission. We wanted to come back. My parents are here. Her parents and grandparents are here. So we wanted to raise a
Isn't
family.
Brownsville Hannah Eagles also?
yeah.
OMG.
Shit.
Start flying around.
I mean, if
Well,
this
let's
ain't
Eagles
destiny,
Let's sue.
Excuse me real quick.
So I ended up, and I really enjoyed working there. They wanted me to move to Miami
Yeah.
or San Francisco. I'm like, man, I would have taken either or 10 years
Yeah.
ago, but I want to start a family, not in Miami and San Francisco. So I decided to leave, and that was tough. I
bet.
didn't want to leave,
You've invested so much time there, right? That
Yeah,
it's been
and
a big
then
part of your growth.
and I wanted to continue to grow in the company. It's a great company. Right?
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. So, I took the hard decision. We talked about it, and I left Cemex, and she stayed at Pepsi here, and I left.
This is 2016.
2016, January.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we'll come back to this, but when I walked out for the last time in the building, the Cemex building,
Did you cry?
no.
Liar.
But I knew I cried when I came back in November, but I knew I'd be back.
Yeah.
And I knew the building would say VMK
Yeah.
one day.
I love it. Do we fast forward
Crazy.
yet? No, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
So, that was that.
Oh,
that,
killing the punchline. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So no, we I ended up going to work for another company that does software. So I traveled Latin America from Mexico to Colombia, Argentina, Peru, Chile. I saw every ready-mix company. From here-
Concrete software.
Yeah. So all about 70% of the concrete companies in the U.S. and about 60% in Latin America, they're the Google, Microsoft of concrete companies.
Yeah, got it.
So we actually
We
batch with a
it, yeah.
computer, and it's all automated and all that good stuff. So I sold that. I led a sales team in Latin America. So
You got into sales.
Yeah, so I was doing sales
Okay.
for selling the software in
He
Latin America.
hated it.
Yeah.
He hated
Well,
it.
I can imagine, right? It's not
It's
your.
not
Well,
chinga.
you know,
It's
no,
not that he
you know,
missed
I'd-
the chinga.
I'd-
yeah.
I'd go to
He missed
Chile,
the grind.
Peru, Argentina. Great. I'd set foot in a ready mix plant, and I want to go gravitate to the ready mix plant.
Yeah.
I want to see that stuff, not go talk to the IT guy about the software. you
Yeah,
know?
I got you.
It was boring for me.
I bet.
It's good company. I met a lot of good folks, right? But it was, and it's interesting because along the way, now I've realized that God was creating a path of a network and contacts that would come back full circle.
Yeah.
Right? You and me.
Yeah.
Right? There's all kinds of contacts that have come back full circle and now are part of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's part of the bigger picture. What Karla and I are trying to do is, we care about our team. We want to make sure that we take care about our VMK team, our folks, our people. We're only as good as our people, and we're in there in the trenches every day. If they need me to batch, I'll batch.
Yeah.
If I need to get on the
You've
loader,
done it.
I'll
You've
do
done
it.
it.
I'll
Yeah.
go do it. I
You've
love
done
doing
it. You've used the software. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we want to make sure that we also take care of our teammates, our customers, of course, and our communities, right? Because I remember being a 8-year-old kid that didn't have, didn't know English or didn't have to money to buy a book or
Yeah.
something, and so we give back to Mission CISD. We do all sorts of things in the community that to us that's important, not only to be successful and push our business the right way and take care of our customers, but also give back and close that loop.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's like I actually came across I'm like in this group chat where like all these guys like all they send is like inspirational stuff, and in the morning it was Ismael. He sends this video and it's the head coach of Mizzou, Missouri, right? And he was about to finish a press conference and he goes, "All right, I got 2 minutes." He's like, "But I don't want you all to ask me the question. I'm going to ask you guys the question." He's like, "I'm going to give you all some life advice because I was once in your shoes." He's like, "How old are you, kid?" And the kid's like, "I'm 18. And who do you work for?" "Well, I'm some journalist thing there at school." He's like, "I'm going to give you three tips. Number 1, read more than you think you should. Number 2, write every thought you have down. And number 3, make sure that you keep dear to yourself every relationship you make because you never know that when you get my age, you're going to need them." He's like, "I'll see y'all later." Gets up and leaves.
Goodbye.
But it's true.
Very true.
Yeah, no, that's great advice.
It's very true. You start to understand that the older you get, it's all about the network that you have.
Absolutely.
That's what makes you strong, I mean, education is great. Don't
So
get me wrong.
to go back to you asked what the inspiration for Concrete. So I ended up, I really enjoyed the team and what we were doing and building stuff. I still pass by the wind farms in Raymondville, and I remember long nights or early mornings and stress, and I like that chinga.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I told Karla one day, I was like, "Well, I want to have a concrete company," and she's like, we can't do it, and so we started Materials. Materials was a
We
little.
had no money. I mean,
Yeah.
let's.
Yeah. So yeah,
And it's like-
you leave a
I was
salary,
like, what?
right?
No.
Yeah.
You leave a salary, though you may have a little bit in your savings, but to start off a big concrete company, I mean that
No.
takes a lot of capital.
We had a lot of. Some guy told me, Ronnie, I had the best business plan he'd ever seen.
Yeah,
He said, but no.
but you have no
And
money.
we had I
And
had a
so,
lot of no's,
bye.
a lot of closed doors.
A lot of people wanted a partner and then they
Yeah.
back out. But God had His plan.
Of course,
Like
right?
God had His plan. It is what it is.
So,
Diosito
and-
te ha cuidado
and
chingos, güey.
entrepreneurship is not for everybody,
Seriously.
obviously. No, I know.
Yeah.
We're blessed, and people ask how we did it, and it's God.
Yeah.
I'm just
There's too many. There's too many coincidences, right? On how this all laid out.
I just went along for where God was guiding
Yeah.
me, and that's it.
Yeah.
So we try to take advantage of the opportunities presented, and do the best we can and the best decisions. And I always felt that God put me in the right place at the right time, and started with Karla that we were able to marry and join together and share the values in our marriage.
Similar
and in
work
our business.
ethic, similar business. I mean,
Yeah.
logistically.
And I mean, people tell us, how do you do it? You work with your wife all day. We work together all day. We're sharing office. It's interesting. We went back to my old office that I walked out of 2016.
Yeah.
That's our office now.
Yeah.
And so, it's
Full
kind of
circle.
Full
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
It's full circle.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so but you started off with materials.
Materials.
Right.
That was our
So
first
this
business.
2016, 2017,
Yeah.
you're selling
Well,
material.
I'm selling software.
I'm gonna sell rocks. whatever I can afford right now.
I'm selling software in Latin America, and I tell Karla, look, we should start a landscaping materials business on Conway, right?
Yeah. Why landscaping materials? Like
Well, it's so landscaping materials.
you saw an opportunity, obviously,
saw an
right?
opportunity. We already had some experience on the aggregate side in the trucking, but it's a different rhythm in landscaping materials and concrete. Concrete is go go go. It's
Yeah.
just in time.
Yeah.
Every day is a new challenge. Landscaping materials have to have inventory, have to have selection, and it works a little different.
Sure.
And so it lent itself for our. The way I was traveling, I was working, and she was not. So her and our son were managing the office.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we got materials off the ground.
When we started materials, it was just me.
I remember this.
Our
yeah.
son was 18 months.
Yeah.
We had one little dump truck, and we had one loader that we bought from the city of McAllen.
Yeah. An auction.
And we couldn't afford to have like a driver full time, so we hired. Oh, he's so wonderful. I hope he's doing well, Jose Luis. But we would pay him by the load.
A part-time driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
We'd
call him.
hey, we got a load. Ay voy. Boom.
Yeah.
Llegaba como Batman. He had a black Charger.
Yeah.
Dije, "Ahí viene el-"
There you go.
There you go, vámonos.
Yeah,
And
you
so
go.
at the end of the week, he'd give me a list of how many trips he did. So if he went to Edinburgh, it was X amount. If he went to Ed Couch, Elsa, the X amount. And I'd pay him at the end of the week.
You couldn't afford to have him on salary,
No.
right?
No.
So he had to grow with your business.
And it was like the coolest place for my son to hang out.
yeah.
Like,
I'm
we'd
sure.
like- yeah.
Playing with rocks.
Come on.
Like
Yeah.
we would go out to show all the winter Texans the rocks. I'd carry him. We'd be looking at rocks, or we'd be inside the dump truck in the winter because it'd be so cold. And he'd be like, because the dump trucks has all these levers, like a square, a hexagon. And he'd be like, oh, a square, hexagon.
Yeah, cool. You're learning shapes. Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just us.
So at some point, we kind of, it started going well on the landscaping side, and we just thought, look, we really want to grow it. We've got to be there full time. We can't do it part time, right? And so came to a point where we just said, you know what, we'll just do it full
Full-time.
time.
Yeah.
That was 2020, and then so
Right before 2020.
2020.
Right before. It
Bro,
was
so
2019.
we're still doing
It was
materials.
2020. Yeah,
in
2020.
Yeah.
Todavía no entras al cemento.
And,
No.
And COVID hits, and what's
Oh,
everybody?
dude.
What
we
is
become an
everybody
essential
doing?
business.
What
Yeah.
is everybody doing? They're not going out. You're spending more time at home in your backyard.
Yeah.
So guess what? Everybody wants to fix
Everybody
their backyard.
gets rocks,
We
baby.
get slammed.
Piedras pa'
I
todos.
got the pavers. I
Yeah.
got
Yeah. No, and then everybody
All the
got checkers.
DIYers,
Todos
all
ganaron
the
cheques,
DIYers
bro.
came out. Yeah.
Everybody got checks, and they
Fixing
spent
the
it
house,
on
yeah.
fixing their they're fixing
so
their houses.
we got real busy with
That's true.
we were busy with the landscaping materials.
That's when
So-
Victor left the software.
Gotcha.
2020 when we just blew
yeah.
up.
So 2021. Okay, so
So 2020,
2020
I left that and started about mid-year
full time, yeah,
materials.
mid June
Yep.
in 2020. Mm-hmm. That's when we started STB. No, we started
Más o
STB.
menos, right?
Yeah, it was COVID.
We started STBA in June of 2020.
I was only a member at the time.
Yeah.
I was just a
Yeah,
member.
crazy.
I was
Crazy.
just
So
there,
you essentially
sitting there.
started
2020 concrete was 20. No,
you started full time on your own together
20
in 2020,
Yes.
right around the time that we started.
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome. I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
remembers his materials, yeah.
Yeah. VMK Materials.
Yep.
I remember that. I remember the first time I met you. You were like, "Hi, my name's Victor. I'm VMK Materials." I will never forget. Yeah, dude, that's true.
Seems like yesterday.
Okay, so you do well in 2020. You're able to put together some capital, obviously, right? Because the next step is going to require that. So, okay, so 2020, 2021.
So there's a couple of contractors that come into town to build a levee and a border wall, right? So they lease some lands. I prepare some properties. They want to lease some land, so they lease 2 properties from me, and they're working on the levee improvement border wall project. And then one of them says, "Hey, Victor, we're actually, not only do we need to bring our equipment in and whatnot, we think we're going to put up a ready mix plant to supply the project. Like, oh, badass. You know,
Cool.
Whatever I can do. So I started telling him a little bit of gravel and sand, and I'm trucking.
Well, I mean, this is your business, right? Like this is your passion, right? What?
And, so
my lad, badass.
So set it up. Yeah, no problem, right?
Yeah,
so,
I hope you run it. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And then I told him, you know, whenever you guys are done, you want to sell it, I'll buy it. Like, we don't know. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
And así pasó, like 2 years, you know, a year and a half. No, but we'll let you know. We'll let you know. And one day they're like, you know what? We're done with the project. You want the plant? I said, absolutely. Here's a check. Boom. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's
dude.
awesome.
So that was
how
22.
did that feel for you? This is 22. How did that
20
feel for you to be able to buy? Okay, shit.
Well, the easy part was the plant.
Yeah.
So it was so it was funny because we joke, right? There are so many closed doors at this point.
Yeah.
So many people had said no.
Yeah.
And God brings these guys. I mean, you have been to South Conway for Victor's birthday.
Of course, yeah.
That was a party.
It's
Yeah, we had a good time.
it's a beautiful yard.
Yeah.
Like, so the guys at least from us did that. They paved it. It's a beautiful concrete yard.
They left it for you.
Diosito nos dejó.
Sí,
the
no
yard.
tienes feria, no
With
te prestan,
with
no te
tennis
preocupes.
lights, like with tennis
Ahorita va a mandar a alguien que te
stadium
ponga ahí cemento.
Yeah.
Really?
So they set it up. We bought
That's
it.
life, bro.
We bought it, and then trying to get trucks and do everything else. But by that time, obviously, our materials business had done well. We started our logistics, our trucking business. You know, done some real estate investment. So you know, God had blessed us with some good opportunities, some good decisions, and we're able to secure financing to get, you know, just us. You know, and people always ask, well, you must have big investors. Just Karla, me, and God, and that's all I need.
That's it, bro. I love
That's
it.
it.
That's
I got
beautiful.
the captain upstairs. He's the one
Yeah.
that's guiding us. So we set up Vmk Concrete.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because Vmk Concrete actually started in 2017.
You actually did the
the
LLC,
LLC,
yeah. Because the
2017.
dream was
It
already there.
And it got registered. When we get the paperwork back, it gets registered June 1st, which is Victor's birthday.
Oh my God, bro!
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Diosito.
It was like-
enough.
Yeah.
Diosito, yeah, enough.
So we
I'm listening.
yeah,
so these guys leave. They leave the plant, and I'm getting trucks and stuff. So we start January of 2023 was
Yeah.
our first concrete delivery.
yeah. 2023.
2023
Wow.
first delivery.
2023.
January 10th,
Who was it?
2023. Ojos Locos, baby.
There you go. Hey, God's taking care of you, brother.
Hold on. I have to say,
whatever.
it was D&J Construction
That's right,
Site.
that's
My
right.
first customer.
right.
Four
Mi
Ojos Locos.
tocaya.
That's
mi
not
tocaya-
good for the story,
Come
okay?
on.
My tocaya, Karla Garza.
Yes. So
And she was our first customer, and she's still a wonderful customer.
Yes.
You
We
were
love
probably
it.
number 2.
Yeah, I think you were number 2.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we started with 6 trucks.
I'm cool with number 2. I love it. Yeah.
We started with 6 concrete trucks, and then bought 3 more. So we got up to 9. Then we bought a few more that summer, and then
You
we just-
developed a banking relationship, right? At some
Yeah.
point, because
Yeah, yeah.
at this point, like you've got
Yeah.
got your foot in the door.
Yeah,
You got a little concrete plant, right? We got
Little
some.
Mission-
We got
little
some
Mission
assets.
Eagles, Papa. Mission Eagles,
That's right.
the banking world. Mission Eagles.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. They helped.
Oh yeah, the network.
Yes.
Yeah, no. It's,
So we get some money,
yeah,
right?
buy
We
some
start to
trucks.
grow.
Yeah.
This is 2023, bro.
That's yesterday.
I still
Yeah.
freak out with that
It's
because
yesterday.
it is yesterday.
Even 2017 is yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you're absolutely right.
But honestly, and I don't, I know we're not talking about religion, but everybody has we respect everybody's beliefs, but God's timing.
Yeah.
It's God's timing.
Como dice mi camarada
It was God's
Jaime,
time.
aquí anda Efren también, camarada. Como dice mi camarada Jaime Lee, es una diosidencia.
Así es.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's it.
No coincidencia, una diosidencia, dice mi camarada.
Es
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
I love it.
Yep. So we so then so we're just grinding. We're calling on customers like yourself,
Yeah.
joining us TBA, trying to be involved. Obviously there's a couple of concrete companies in town. Some have been around for a long time. We're with a new guy, although I've been in concrete before. So
Yeah.
it's 2016 and 2022, I've been out of it for what, 7 years. 2023, so out of it for 7 years. So calling contacts and trying to get back into the groove on the concrete side, and just trying to take care of our customers, putting out good concrete, putting in the things that I had learned along the way about concrete, and Karla's learning about concrete, and she's great. I mean, she got awards at Pepsi for best places to work. So she knows how to talk to people and work with people, build a team. So we're working together.
The synergy is
it's beautiful to see like how she was groomed by managing at Pepsi, and all the experience.
If I did anything else, I would have been like, no, boss, it's not for me.
Yeah. So you get to that point. But and we talk about the divine intervention, and I love the story, but it's not just that. You guys talk to me about the amount of hours that you were putting in at that time.
Still are.
I mean, still are. Still are because
it doesn't
stop. Because you're only 2 years in.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so you're still growing this thing. You're at the beginning of a startup.
Absolutely.
First 10 years, like you're still at the beginning of a startup. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, aside from the luck and the divine intervention and stuff, the amount of time and hours that y'all put in is uncanny, man.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about this.
Yeah. I mean, everybody thinks that being a business owner is easy, and you get to take off whenever you want. And the reality is, our phone doesn't stop, right? Yeah. You're always taking phone calls. You're never on vacation, really, because you always have to work. There's always something to do. You always have to be looking ahead. As the supervisor, the leader, you've got to be thinking 2-3 steps ahead, right? And it's not just, you got to make sure payroll's done, make sure your employees, your team members are getting their paycheck, they're putting in their hours. You got to take care of them, provide their needs. Make sure
moving parts, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of moving parts. A lot of spinning plates.
Yes, and regulations, and talk about the state laws, the environmental laws, the employee laws. I mean, it's a lot for one person. And I would tell Karla, it's easy being a manager at a big company.
Yeah,
they give you the playbook.
Yeah,
at Pepsi,
you have to handle one thing.
They I didn't worry where the money came from.
Yeah,
we just know people got
what
paid.
Bank? Yeah, what
vendors
bank you
got
needed
paid.
Right.
You got a playbook. But we felt that we were prepared in our experiences to get to the point where we're at today.
Yeah.
And so the opportunity presented itself one day to be able to buy out the largest ready mixer in South Texas.
Yeah.
And so VMK Concrete went from one plant to 5.
And the name and the name of this company is?
We bought out Cemex.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow, dude.
It's too much.
Hey, talk about full circle.
The biggest full circle is, so we take over on November 9th. We weren't allowed in the building until November. If we went into the building 6 weeks before, they would have disclosed who the buyer was, because we've been working on it for a year before. So
working on the purchase.
The first time we signed the NDA was November 11th of 2023, which
Literally.
is 11/11.
Yeah.
And then when they come back and say,
that's crazy.
They thought November, like, okay, maybe February, you guys take over. February passes, April, June, July, it's not happening. October, their legal team's slow. They're like, you know what? Maybe November 11th of 2024.
Damn,
I'm like,
no.
Dale. It's a Monday.
Yeah.
And so maybe 6 weeks before, we do all the appraisals and stuff. And they're like, hey, guys, if you guys want to go on site, we have to disclose who the buyer is. And we're like, no. So we did not go on site until that Friday, November 9th.
Yeah.
Probably around 4 p.m., right?
Yeah.
And so when we go on site, Cemex gives him the keys to the buildings. And the keys.
Check this out.
Wait. The keys.
Check this out.
Cemex, a global company, right? Like a global company, I guess does not own a label maker. And they give him the keys labeled Brownsville plant, Mission plant, Edinburgh plant. And they're in Victor's handwriting.
Guess who labeled them?
They're the same keys Victor labeled.
Bree, can we get a drink? We got to celebrate.
Let's get a tequila shot.
Hell?
Same.
Are you
We drinking tequila?
serious?
Tequila shot?
Yeah, let's do it. Why
Are
not?
you
I'll do
serious?
another cucumber martini, please.
What are the
3 tequilas.
odds?
No,
tequilas.
it's
Crazy.
too much.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's been
Don Julio,
Oh
reposado.
my God,
been
that gave
8
me
years,
chills, bro.
No, it
it's
is.
been 8 years. I'm like,
Yes.
Carla,
I told you.
Carla,
I told you.
No, so
You're my
he's-
keys.
No,
I
I
made
know.
'em.
No, so we're in the office and like it's like
Here are your
yeah,
keys
yeah,
back.
Yeah, the guy from Cemex is leaving. He's like, Victor, aquí están las llaves, and we're in the office, and Victor's like this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, ¿Qué pasó?
Where
¿Qué
are my
pasó?
shades, bro? I'm gonna cry.
No. I'm like, ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? He's like,
Blown
he
away.
cannot get the words out, right? And I see, like those little tabs that are in colors. I see all their janitor keys, like they're big keys, and I look and I can see his handwriting, and I was like, oh my God! And he's just like, and I'm like,
I knew it was gonna come back.
That's full
I knew
circle.
Did you cry then?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was funny when we told. So Cemex tells their employees on a Thursday. So right, we take over 11/11 on Monday. On Friday the 8th, on the 7th on Thursday, they tell their employees. So at the same time, I tell my employees, and words couldn't come out.
Yeah.
He
I
couldn't
bet.
say it. Yeah.
It's emotional. It's for me, I have a lot of admiration for Cemex Global Company. A lot of friends. I learned a lot. I have a lot of good mentors and friends. Nothing but admiration, and it's mutual, right? It feels good because I walked away from Cemex. I didn't want to leave to Miami. I would have been happy just managing their operation here forever.
Yeah.
So when I left, I always felt like I'd be back in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
When I left, I kind of was like, man, king God, I shouldn't have left. But I didn't want to go to Miami, so I always felt like I'd be back one day.
Yeah.
I didn't know how. I was going to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
But God had the plan worked out.
You just keep
I just
moving
had to trust.
forward. You
Just too
just
much
keep moving
revenue.
forward.
Just keep going.
It's too
One
much.
step in front of the other.
That's
The
so
keys is too
wild.
much.
Yeah,
The
that
keys
was
is
that
too
was
much.
crazy.
No, it's too much.
and
Like
so,
if
you
I
know-
was a writer, I wouldn't have come up with it.
Being an
Yeah.
employee,
It's a movie,
and
right?
it's
I mean, they'll probably change the concrete thing, whatever, because it might not be sexy for Hollywood, but it's that's
Now,
a
people
beautiful
ask
story.
me, and that is the story. I mean, there's no magic
Yeah.
anything. It was God putting us in the right path, having good networks, good customers to help us build our other businesses that were the foundation for us to be able to get a good loan, to be able to finance it. And there's nobody else but her and I and God, and that's it. And we don't have to answer to anybody. We don't have investors. It's just Karla and I.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those guys that had closed doors, before, like, hey, can I invest?
Hey, doors open. Hey.
Sorry, buddy, we're good. Karla and I got this.
I
right?
know.
We're-
Now it's like, hey, are you guys looking for investors? Like, and I'm like, where were you 7 years ago?
No, thank you. We good.
And investors
Yeah,
are good, but we're happy to be doing it in our style, our way. I had a boss that I have a lot of respect for. He runs a big construction company in Houston, and he would always say, act like your name is on the door.
Yeah.
And that's why, I was taught I can't do it any better. You can give me all the rules and policies and standard procedures. I just got to run it, protect their money, try to make as much as I can, be honest, have the values that we were taught,
Integrity.
right? Integrity, honesty, do the right thing even when nobody's looking, right?
Right. Because you got to leave a legacy at the end of the day.
The Aggie motto is, and your son goes there.
Yeah.
An Aggie does not
all
lie.
integrity.
An Aggie does not lie, cheat, or steal, or tolerate those who do.
Yeah.
And
And
so,
that's-
I was, that's how my family raised me. When I went to A&M, I was a cadet. I was in the military at A&M, and they instilled those values in us, and we live them every day, day in and day out in our business, right? I tell people, look, we're going to do things right. We're going to do them the right way. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean we're perfect.
Yeah, of course you're gonna make mistakes.
But I've got humans driving trucks and humans batching. Even though it's computerized, there's still human intervention. We make a mistake, we're gonna own up to it. And we're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it right. So what you can count on us is it's integrity, honesty, the values, right? Giving you quality concrete and building that solid foundation for the valley and for our customers, for our communities. And so we're excited to work with all of our teammates. We went from. This is crazy. We went from about 25, 30 employees. We went from 25, 30 team
Well, we
members.
started with 2.
We started from with 2.
1.5.
And a
An
part-timer.
18-year-old, right? It was an
18-month-old.
18-month-old
Our
baby.
son.
18-month baby, bro.
Yeah.
I'll
We
take
were a
this one.
team of 1.5.
Thank you, sir.
And now
got it?
there's
I am breaking my fast in celebration to y'all's
Thank you.
success.
That's
you're fasting.
I was
Like,
fasting
food-wise
from
or
alcohol.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
I was like, ¿cómo te
Yeah,
haces chingar ahorita?
yeah. I'm on a mission with
Haven't
Mr.
eaten
Julio, so this one doesn't count.
there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers to that. I remember
Cheers,
when you
guys.
first asked us to give you the business,
Thank you.
Cheers.
and then I remember the letter you sent when you bought out Cemex.
Cheers.
to that.
Thank you.
Ronnie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salute.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, my brother.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Salute.
Cheers.
Salute. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Congrats.
Cheers. Cheers.
I love it.
The 11-11 is too much.
The key.
Ahí sí, ya se pasaron. Ya fue mucho pedo.
Oh, wait. The attorney. He's been our attorney for 7 years, right? And so we're like, oh, that's good. We're do the NDA at 11-11, and then we'll close on 11-11. We'll start 11-11. I'm excited.
He's like, let me make an exception.
He's like,
It's
Karla,
my birthday.
I've never told you this. My birthday
Nah.
is 11-11.
No, pues wow.
And I was like, no.
He's going to be your attorney for life.
Es que-
O sea,
A
ya.
huevo.
Es que
A huevo.
lo que va a hacer para ti nadie te lo puede quitar.
That's true. That's true.
Lo
And,
que va a
you
hacer
know,
para ti nadie te lo puede quitar.
Yep.
we
No one.
You're
So-
absolutely right.
So, came back into there's a lot of the teammates that were there when I was there 8 years ago. Some of them are still there. Now, obviously, it's a little different. So they were notified on a Thursday. Friday, they already know that I'm the buyer. Monday morning, we're walking in, and there's a new boss
sheriff in town.
New sheriff. And, we're trying to, again, great company, Cemex. Cemex and I have a great relationship at all levels of the organization. And that's a testament of, my old boss and his bosses and my peers. I have a very good relationship with them. It was a very friendly thing when I left, and very friendly transaction on this acquisition. And we're still doing a lot of things together, Cemex and I.
Yeah.
And it's just good to be able to, companies like Cemex. People ask me, well, why did they sell? Mm-hmm. I worked there 13 years. Worked in world headquarters in Monterrey. That is, some people don't realize Cemex has been around for over 100 years, 110 years.
Big company.
1906.
Yeah.
Wow. Right? 1906. I found out, when I was at Stanford, the connection. The CEO was the grandson. He already passed, but he was a CEO for like 40 years. He's the one that took Cemex from a mom and pop in Monterrey to number 3 in the world.
Wow.
Mr. Zambrano, he was a Stanford grad.
Really?
Yeah, he was a Stanford grad.
No wonder.
Tell him that story.
That's
No.
a cool story.
How
Yeah,
he
no.
ended up at
So
Cemex.
my grandfather
remember
was one of 13 kids from Cadereyta Jimenez. If there's anybody out there from Cadereyta.
They're actually called Los Locos de
Los Locos de
Cadereyta.
Cadereyta.
And I know why.
Yeah.
I'm a little lucky. It's all right.
I like it, but he could be a little crazy.
Little loose, right? So my my grandpa was he's real smart, but his family they didn't come from money. They're just a working family, and I think my grandpa wanted to be a doctor, but they couldn't afford to send him to school, and he just started working, and he had different businesses growing up. He had a 6th grade education, and he grew up just different businesses. Well, eventually he started a concrete block company, and he was Cemex's customer buying cement.
Oh, wow.
And so guess who his cement salesman in the 70s was? Mr. Zambrano, who 20 years later became the CEO.
Okay.
So when I get to Stanford, this is the backdrop, right? My grandfather was in the concrete block business.
Yeah.
And he bought Cemex cement. So I get to Stanford, I'm like, Cemex, like I told you guys earlier, Cemex building. Well, Cemex, like that's out of the blue at Stanford.
Palo Alto.
And then organizational behavior class, Cemex case study. Cemex had just bought the largest in 2000. I was at Stanford in 2000 and 2001 to 2003. In 2000, they had bought Southdown, which is the largest privately U.S. cement company. Mm-hmm. Cemex had just bought them out, so they just became big in the U.S. They were big in Spain already, in Latin America, but they bought out a big company in the U.S.
In the
And
United States,
again,
yeah.
goes
So a
back
big
to
deal.
the immigrants. A Mexican company buying an American company is a huge deal, right?
Yeah.
So we had a case study about them. And so we're reviewing it. So one day my buddy's like, well, I have a buddy, he's an Indian. He's a super smart engineer in New York, but he's Wall Street. He's like, hey, Victor, did you see that Mr. Zambrano's going to give a talk at the business school? Like, no shit. So I went to the business school, and it was really for business students. Pero I was like, screw this. I'm going to go in, pues, a ver qué dice, right? So he's talking about globalization. It was kind of neat. I actually did a post about this our first day or second day. So he's talking about how the topic was globalization, how he took Cemex from a mom and pop company in the 70s to number 3 in the world. 52 countries. They're all over the world, right?
That's
Huge company.
I can't even fathom that.
52 countries. So he tells this story and how, his vision was, it was his grandfather that had started the company, and he was a CEO for a long time. And he was talking about, he realized that he didn't want Cemex to become a subsidiary of one of the European cement companies, because the cement companies were buying out all the competitors. So he said, it's either buy, eat or be eaten. I gotta start buying companies. So he started buying cement companies in Mexico, ready mix operations in Guadalajara and Mexico City, and he became largest in Mexico. Then went to buy 2 companies in Spain because of the language. He thought, Spain would be easier, so he went to Spain, and then Latin America, and then eventually the U.S. So going back to Stanford, so he's talking about this globalization and his whole strategy, and he's done. And there's a lot of Cemex executives that get sent to Stanford, Harvard to study MBA. So there's a bunch of guys, saying hi to him and talking to him and. Shaking hands, kissing babies, right? And so I go up to him and I tell him I'm Victor Garza, I'm from Cadereyta, and my grandfather was Moises.
In Palo Alto, California.
Oh my God!
And he said,
right.
Your grandfather was Moises? Yes, sir. He goes, what are you going to do after college?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a job. It's like, write down my email. So write down his email, right? And I never wrote to him. Right off the bat, I thought, he's a CEO of a major, company, trades on the New York Stock Exchange.
Hey, what are you doing?
It's me.
What are you doing?
How's the concrete sales going?
How's the cement?
Hey, you good?
Yo.
See.
Yo.
So one day, I was like, you know what? Pues, no pasa nada. I'm going to write to him.
Yeah.
And so I write to him, send him my resume, and he had an executive assistant that always traveled with him all over the world. And the executive assistant writes back and says, hey, Mr. Zambrano, enjoyed meeting you, learning your story. Let me see what I can do.
But first you had called, right? And like the admins
were
like, everybody knows Mr. Zambrano.
Yeah. So
sure,
Sure you do. Yeah, sure you do.
Sure, you touched this guy.
I'm
really
with the
shook his
DJ.
hand.
First, the gatekeepers
sure you are.
doing their job
yeah,
are
yeah.
like, oh, you met him? Oh, yeah. So did 20 guys.
So remember, I had a full ride, right? So I was going to work at DuPont. I used to work at DuPont in Victoria. And that summer, I didn't have to work for him anymore. And so I thought, for sure I'm going to go work at DuPont. I might as well go intern somewhere else and try something different. So I thought, once I started learning about Cemex again, I'm like, they're a big company now in the U.S. So I called HR, and she's like, stay there. No, we're not hiring. We don't interview at Stanford. Okay, there's a Cemex building, but you don't interview at Stanford? Get the hell out of here.
Cemex building.
And then
The students over there, they're not that smart.
Entonces, so
wow.
So she was like, no, we don't interview. I was like, that's crazy. So I was like, well, whatever. And then that's when I met Mr. Zambrano, and same lady. I shit you not. Same lady calls me. It was like 7 a.m. I remember she woke me up because it's a 2-hour difference in Monterrey to Palo Alto. And she wakes me up. She's like, "Hey, Victor, when are you starting?" I'm like, huh? What do you mean?
Who is?
A month ago, you told me that that I'm crazy.
Way I met him. Yeah.
I'm like, I told her I'd met. Yeah, whatever. Everybody, Mr. Somebody. Yeah, right. And this time she's like, no. When are you starting? We have a position for you in Monterrey. I'm like, oh, badass.
Badass. I guess I start tomorrow.
So then, I never talked to him again. I never saw him again. But it was just, again, my grandfather. It was just that chance that he was
Yeah,
there when
what are
I
the
was
odds?
there.
What are the odds
he
of
sold
all of that?
He sold cement to my grandpa in 1970.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so that's where my
That's
love
too
for
much.
Cemex came. The industry, and I wanted to work for Cemex. I had a lot of pride. I still do. That I worked there. Now it's a lot of pride that we're able to take the baton from this operation. That people ask why do I think Cemex left the valley? Cemex being a big corporate, they're particularly good being in the big metro areas. All the high rises in downtown Houston, every single one, the concrete is poured by Cemex. When you guys think of quality concrete in the valley, people thought Cemex. Wastewater treatment plant just down the street, 16,000 yards. I did them when I was there at Cemex. 16,000 yards and 4 pours or 6 pours. We did 2,500 yard pours. So people would go to Cemex for that quality, the know-how, the name, and that's something that we're leveraging, that we brought forward to VMK Concrete. Not only because I ran the operation, I know the operation, but keeping the same standard and level of quality and service, trying to leverage the good things that we're doing, plus the mom and pop local feel that Karla and I bring to the table.
Sure.
And so
the thing is, like, it's good, like Victor with all his relationships, and then, of course, I'm very likable, and so like
influencer.
Yeah.
I'm the face.
Let's talk about
So
me
then-
now.
I know. So then, we have these fuck, we're gonna do a water treatment plant. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. So I'll reach out to the VP of QC from Cemex, and they're like, "Dale, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." Okay. So you get that like mom and pop, like you, Victor, and me are guaranteeing the concrete, but I have just this knowledge of, hey, this is the right way to do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. So
But it goes back to what we were talking
With
about
the
earlier.
network.
The network, the relationships that I didn't leave Cemex in a. It was very positive.
Yeah.
They didn't want me to leave, right? So now I'll pick up the phone. Karla picks up the phone, and they'll help us if we need a specialty mix, if we need to do something unique, if we need to test something. So the water treatment plants, the big water
The water
towers, the
tanks.
concrete water towers. Guy flew down from Dallas. He said he does about 90% of the water towers in the valley that are concrete. Said they've always only used Cemex. He said we only Victor and Karla, if you guys intend on keeping the same materials and same mixes, we just want to buy from you. We want quality
I love
concrete,
it.
and so we want to keep that momentum, same way, same quality, same service. But then people think like you guys can pick up the phone, call me anytime. Cemex, who's Cemex, right? You can't call somebody at Cemex. You might not get an answer right away. With us, it's we almost have the best of both worlds.
Because they're not going to believe you that you know the VP when you call them.
yeah.
So we have
You'll
the best
find
of both
me.
That's
worlds,
what's
right?
gonna
We-
happen.
We have the local flavor feel. We're here, boots on the ground. We go to a job site. It was funny because like the second or third day. So it was funny because the second or third day. We're doing a project Quinta Mazatlan. A lot of the concrete out there, we're pouring the concrete.
Okay.
With D&J and
it's spot glass. Mostly spot glass, but
and
DJ's doing
so
other stuff.
we're like, all right, 3 in the morning, all right, Karla, you and I can go. Then we'll
like
come
our
back.
first week, right?
Yeah, first week. And I'm like, who's gonna go from our
It's a
team?
big pour.
And
We're going to
everybody-
do 400 yards.
It just
At
silence.
3 in the morning. We're like, okay, so who's going to be there? We have
Silence.
an on-staff QC,
Some sales guys.
all the sales guys, puro cricket.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Don't
Don't
make eye
look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Victor's like, okay,
Karla and I are gonna
and
be
me
there.
are going to be there. Who's going to be there? No, pues yo, y ya todos.
And
We
you
were
know,
there. I mean,
and
but it's
Ronnie,
so
I mean,
fun.
And I get nostalgic because I put a post about that. Took me back to the day that Mr. Zambrano was talking about globalization.
Uh-huh.
So Cemex gave me a certain number of days to switch all the logos on the trucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the logos are switched, right?
Yeah.
But the some of the barrels still have the Cemex stripes, not the logo. And so I'm taking pictures, putting them on Facebook, and I'm seeing VMK Concrete trucks with the Cemex stripes on the drum, right? And to
Nice.
me, it's like, boom, it takes me back
Yeah.
to
Y otra
shaking
vez
his
llore,
hand.
llore.
Yeah, globalization. Like,
Starts
boom,
crying.
it's cool, right? I mean, to us,
It's
it's
too
a cool story. We're very appreciative of the Cemex guys and the relationship that we have with them and doing cool things in the valley and other parts of Texas. I mean, they're a big company. Sometimes those big companies can't make quick decisions, can't react because they've got to send it up the flagpole and get somebody somewhere else to decide. And it's almost cool because we can decide, make quick decisions and do things for our company here quickly, let's go.
Right now.
But we also have the benefit of we have help. We're not alone. We buy materials from them. It wouldn't have happened if if I had not done a good job, kept that relationship, that network, right?
Right.
That's why to us, if you listen to our conversation, network, relationships, God, that's kind of what's woven in our day to day is we're big on relationships.
And it's tough because I saw this one thing that was like, your network is your net worth. But you don't want to meet people with that intention either.
No, right.
So I'm just like, Gene, like, that's not it. But it is true, though. Because going through this, like, I know, like, it's just kind of crazy.
The caveat to that, right, obviously, is building a network with
it's
good
genuine.
people.
It has to be, and then it has to be a genuine relationship that
Agreed.
later may transform into something, but you don't go into the relationship with that intention.
Yeah, agreed.
And just trusting the process, right? Just, me, I wanted it to happen. I'd sit on the weekends, before we had kids, I'd sit on the weekends working on my business plan. It was an awesome business plan.
Yeah.
But nobody put money on it.
I
Nobody would.
did.
She
I did. I
But
lent him his first $10,000.
Yeah, damn.
So
That's amazing.
I got
told
you, baby.
That's
I got you,
amazing.
baby.
I told Carla, we want to start
That's
this
amazing.
materials business, and I'm going to buy not one, but 2 loaders at auction. It's like, well, just buy one. It's like, pues que, that's a good price. Let's buy both. Fuck it.
You never
let's do it.
asked. You never asked.
It means, Victor,
We were newly married.
we
We were
don't-
Yeah.
newly married.
todavía no me conocía bien.
Yeah.
Está bien,
No me
pues.
voy a transear.
This guy's gonna take the money and run.
Let's go to the Bahamas.
Laters.
So I buy 2 loaders, and that's what we still have those, right? And Carla jokes, I still owe her for that.
You still have them, bro?
She still has a loan. I still
We
owe
still
her
have
money.
'em.
Yeah.
still
Is she
have 'em.
charging you interest or
Yeah,
not?
I still owe her money.
No, I didn't give him that much time. I give my concrete customers now probably more terms than I gave my husband.
I need it back in 2
pay you back.
Hey, but you're gonna pay me back this Friday, right? It's
Two
like
weeks
now.
de que ya, el dinero como que ya entre.
We traded the loaders for her for student loans.
yeah.
Oh, Victor paid my student loans.
Yeah. I had
Paid
to
you
pay-
back. You see, he paid you back.
Hey, you're not doing too bad, Carla. Carla was an okay VP. He can pay my shit.
Yeah.
I'll be debt free.
Gancho,
Está
bro. Like I
guapo,
said at the
está guapo,
beginning.
está chulo.
Guapo.
No, hombre.
Travels the world.
Unfortunately, I was also part of God's plan. Unfortunately.
No, honestly, it is divine intervention.
Yeah.
I couldn't have a better partner in
Yeah.
life and in business. It
Yeah.
is fun going to work. It's
Y'all work every day together.
every day.
Every
The-
day.
Damn, Carla. Shit.
We get
Tell us
home,
how you really
I
feel.
want to talk about concrete. She's
the
like,
thing is,
give me a break.
there's some days where we don't even like. So we share an office, like so. It's like this, like
Like
our
this.
desk
Like
like
this.
this in the office, and I'm going one way, he's going another way. We're working on the same things, but like boom, and then we haven't talked all day, and then but then we get home and our kids are a priority. So, pues no, nunca te platiqué lo que te iba a platicar. Like I did this with this guy.
I mean,
you
we're
did,
sharing
like,
office, but sometimes we just
We don't talk.
We're doing, and
Yeah.
it's interesting how it's developed. It's not that we said, "All right, Carla, I'm going to
Yeah.
handle this thing, and you handle that thing." We just kind of gravitated. All right, I'm going to handle these things with the field and the plants and operations and logistics, and you take care of QC and sales, and we just. But we're
Se dio
involved.
solo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're involved. It's funny because one of our teammates was like, first day, they're like, and you guys are going to be here every day? Every day? We're like,
So I'm gonna see you
Yeah, dude.
every day.
Yeah.
we bought
I
it.
just
We're
did
here
a
every day.
multi-million-dollar
The VMK?
investment. Yeah, we're gonna be here
The-
every
the-
day.
The VMK is Victor and Victor Moises and Carla. We're going to be here.
It's
Wow.
not a side hobby.
That's this is all in, bro. I'm literally all in.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
This
what
is
we
a
would
gamble.
say. Like we're all in.
They're like, yeah, every
You're gonna
day.
see me every day. Yeah.
But it's funny because my old boss would say, again, act like your name's on the door. And now our name is on the door. So
Yeah.
VMK, if people don't know, so I don't have a middle name. I'm just Victor. Our son is Victor Moises. So
Because
it's
your
the M.
grandpa was
My
Moises.
grandpa that met Mr. Zambrano was Moises.
Moises.
And my other grandpa was Victor, my mom's dad. So Victor Moises is our son, Karla, and then our daughter's Karla Victoria. So it's all VMK.
We squeezed
Nice.
her
I
in.
love
so,
it.
so we have
squeezed her
another
in.
kid.
Yeah.
We have another kid.
His name is
There's
VMK.
VMK.
Yeah.
Vicente.
Vicente.
Katie.
Manuel.
No,
Katie.
stop
Katia.
it. Enough. Okay, one moment, please.
No more kids.
We're no more kids. We might have
No.
more ready mix plants.
Yeah. And those are our kids.
No,
And that's it.
we might not. We are going to have.
Enough.
There's
Yeah.
stuff in the
Yeah,
works.
yeah,
So with
yeah.
Cemex, we've got. So we had our own plant in South Conway. Cemex had 4 plants and a sand distribution yard. So we bring in our own sand, probably the best quality sand in the state of Texas.
Okay.
Comes through the Port of Harlingen. So we bring sand in there. And so we've got locations in Brownsville, Harlingen, Edinburgh, and our original location in Mission and the Cemex location in Mission. So we have 5 locations. And so it's interesting that from one Friday to Monday,
You got 5 locations.
we went from 20, what, Carla? 25 employees to 94 team members?
With concrete, yeah, we had about 30, and then now we're at 96.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it's a big responsibility, right? You know,
amazing.
we don't take that responsibility lightly.
No.
It's a lot of vehicles,
Oh,
a lot of
thank you,
people on the road. We want to make sure we're safe first and foremost. Our
Right.
biggest priority, and it's not just because it's the right thing to say. It's we really do believe it, and I learned it at Cemex. Is we've got now 96 team members. They all have families. They have kids. They have parents. They have some of them have grandchildren. I want to make sure they go home safely every day.
Right, yes, sir.
And what
No,
we do is
and
not,
I'm honored. Like, we're honored that 96 families rely on us.
Yeah.
and for
Like,
me, it's a big
ugh,
responsibility.
like,
That's
And you take it to heart, bro. I know
No,
you're the type
it's-
of people you guys are. Like,
yes, like, it is a huge responsibility. It is an honor. Like,
it's
is
an honor.
yeah,
Yes.
I love
every
it.
And that's how
decision we make is based on our team. I know it affects their families, their kids, their grandkids, their family vacations. Like, it's like,
Todo.
And obviously,
Their way of life.
the-
Yeah.
People, we always say, obviously, the customer's number one. The customer's our boss, right? Your finishers, and everybody that buys concrete from us. But at the end of the day, I've learned along the way. Carla learned along the way. Building those cultures of best place to work at Pepsi. If we treat our teammates right, we treat them right, they're going to treat our customers
Absolutely,
right. They're going to
yeah.
treat our equipment right.
they're going to
Yeah.
be proud of where they work.
And that's what we want.
Yep.
It's going to be a full circle. Again, we're human. We all have our off days, but we want to make sure that our team's taken care of and they feel
Right.
supported, and in a company that they're valued. We might start up at 2 a.m. They're missing kids soccer and kids basketball and awards assemblies, but they're working, they're hustling, they're delivering concrete, building stuff that Elon Musk is sending out to space, right?
Yeah.
Enough. I'm not
I mean,
allowed
yeah.
to say names from the space technology industry.
NDA. I
Yeah,
got one of
we
those two.
cannot.
We cannot.
I'm still tweeting at Elon Musk or sending him X messages every day to
What's
get
the name
him
of the guy that
on the
first walked on the
podcast.
moon?
Neil.
Neil Armstrong.
Okay, Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
I get emails regularly from Neil Armstrong that say,
AKA.
"Do not say my fucking name."
I guess.
From Neil.
I have a cousin named Neil
If you
Armstrong.
say
Yeah,
so.
Neil.
It's a common
Neil.
name, whatever.
But we pour all of Neil's stuff. So
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's fine.
I saw somebody actually post. They got a job there, not a job, but like they got a contract there, and they posted it. I'm like, oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to that.
Cállate.
No, and I saw a comment, like one of the first comments, NDA. It said on there. Like, oh shit, you can't, you fucked up, and you're out of a contract.
You're a goner.
You're a goner.
No, it's been a full. So yesterday, guys, it was 3 months. 3 months of the
That's
Cemex
true.
acquisition.
Today's the
So
12th?
it's yeah.
So yesterday was the 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been an exciting 3 months.
Yeah,
Long
I bet.
nights.
I bet.
A lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun. The concrete business, the guys that have been in the concrete business for a while, again, I started in 03 at Cemex, so I've been in it over 20 years.
You're
It's a
just
meat-
used to it, bro.
it's a
Like
meat
it's
grinder.
just part of
a
what
meat-
you do now.
It's a meat grinder. It's
Somebody
tough.
told us, like, one of our friends was like, hey, like, all the mom and pops that I've met, because you got the big corporations, you got the global companies that are in concrete, and then you got the mom and pop ready mixers, right? And he was like, the characters I know that run mom and pops, they're adrenaline junkies.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, fuck.
I'm fucking addicted.
That's me.
I was like,
I'm
I can't
I'm
say
an
no.
addict.
It's because I can't say it's not true.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be some.
So would you
'cause-
jump out of an airplane? Would you guys jump
No,
out of
no,
an
I'm
airplane?
scared of
Oh, I
heights.
would
No,
not.
no, I wouldn't. No.
I jumped-
I wouldn't even
I-
ride a little plane.
I jumped off the tallest building of the Western Hemisphere.
Which
Oh
is that?
shit.
Yeah, straight up, a free fall.
That's scary, bro.
It was fucking crazy. It was at night too, so like the skyline was
Stop
like,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. See, I would never do that.
No,
not
yo
an
tampoco.
adrenaline
Yeah,
junkie.
No, yo tampoco. No.
I'm all
spur in the
zen, bro.
moment.
I'm all
Okay.
like,
Let's
I was like, here we go.
Let's all take a
I like
step
the
back.
chinga. I like
Yeah.
the chinga. but not-
Adrenaline junkie in the
Yeah.
sense
But you know
of-
what the crazy thing is, Ronnie? At one point, it felt slow as I was falling.
Because you were dying.
Yeah, I don't know if I came back from that one.
that would be called death.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But so it's like adrenaline junkie. I get it. Thank you. In the sense of like, we go home at the end of the day at like 9 p.m. thinking we solved the puzzle for the day. But
Yeah.
at 2 a.m., that puzzle is in our face again, and it's completely broken, and we have no idea what to expect.
Well, you see, I can relate with that
Like,
because.
I get that's why he's saying adrenaline junkie.
But the thing is, like, the construction's the same, bro. Like,
And
it's-
Yeah.
you touched on it in the introduction, right? You've got to be a leader in the sense that how many times has a drawing been perfect? Never.
Never.
Right? There's always, oh, dang it, there's a pipe there, there's a this there, there's a wall there. You gotta adjust, you gotta pivot, you gotta make quick
Yep.
decisions. And that's business, right? So in construction, as much as we want to have it perfect, it's never perfect.
No, sir.
And so we've got to be able to make quick decisions. Concrete's the same way. And concrete is just so fast, though. It's so every day you've got to build, you have so many assets, so many trucks. You got to deliver so much concrete in the most efficient most efficient way possible.
Right.
So every day I've always equated it to building a big jigsaw puzzle every day. And you try to make it as pretty as possible. And then come 2 a.m, it goes to shit, and you gotta pivot and start making.
There's so many things
audibles
that have
and,
been thrown
like,
at you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of audibles in the morning.
Fire here,
You just-
fire there. You're throwing
And
water
it is-
over here.
and it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's just the nature of the beast. Where we've got a perishable product, so the materials business is a lot
it's like
more
a bank.
noble. It's a
in every
noble,
sense of the word, it's a bank.
It's rock, caliche, doesn't go bad. And if I'm late, I'll get my butt chewed out, but whatever, nothing happens.
Right.
Concrete, you're late. You got to be just in time.
Right.
So you've got to have a lot of moving pieces working as a team, and so it's important to always have the managers, the leadership working together, communicating. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of moving pieces.
Wow.
Equipment goes. You might have a new truck and it goes bad. You
Right.
and that boom, 1,200, and then you got DPS officers pulling you over, or you got this and that. Just a lot of variables
Yes,
you got
sir.
to deal with, and as a leader, you just have to overcome. Just concrete is you've got an hour to react, or you're done. You got to send that concrete back, right?
That's crazy.
It's it doesn't lend itself. You don't have a whole lot of wiggle room to make quick decisions.
A decision. Right.
When do
right.
you ever have time to chill?
Yeah, we chill. No, we chill.
Wait,
Carla's like, when do we chill?
That was a quick answer.
yeah. When do we chill again? When do we chill?
What
No,
is it?
no.
We're gonna
So-
chill, right? I mean,
We are very fortunate. We have a little nook at the beach that we get to go to. So we work Monday through Saturday. And then on Saturday evenings, we do our best when we can. We don't have like stuff here for the community and stuff. We'll go to the beach with the kids. And just those like 36 hours before Monday
that's
morning.
worth it. It's your recharge.
That's
It's your,
it. Just sitting
you
on the
plug
balcony,
in.
going with the kids, in the pool, in the beach. That's
It's enough.
it's so nice.
No.
That's it.
How old are your kiddos now?
They're little. They're
Están chiquitos
little.
todavía.
They're still babies.
Our little girl, she's gonna be 5, and our boy's gonna be 8 this
they're
month.
babies.
Yeah, they're babies,
Yeah,
babies.
they're babies.
But
They're
you
babies, but
it's,
they love it. Oh
Ronnie,
my
you
God.
talk about your story. You talked about your story. You know, your dad was a framer, right?
Yeah.
You know, you go on a job site.
Yeah.
My dad sold. My grandpa had a block business. My dad sold the block business, right? So that's, you know, growing up in a business setting, right? You asked about entrepreneurship and why. You know, there was always that desire. You know, that
Yeah.
my
You grew up in it.
I had a Stanford education. My grandpa had a 6th grade education.
Yeah.
And he built the business. Why couldn't I, right?
Of course.
And so it was, but our kids, so we love taking our kids to the locations. And, you know, we kind of look out for, when I'm driving our son to school, you know, looking out for VMK trucks. And the other guys are the bad guys.
Yeah.
The other guys,
Oh,
like,
my
oh,
daughter-
there's a bad guy, there's a bad guy, there's a bad
Evil.
guy. The
And so my
evil bad
daughter,
guys.
Yeah.
my daughter's like, she'll see like an old Cemex one. She's like,
Is that a good guy
that's
or
a bad guy, but now it's a good guy because it's a half and half, right?
We partnered up.
We
We bought him out,
we
right,
bought 'em
Dad?
out.
We became
But
friends.
our son today, so
Oh,
we got a
my
story
God.
from our son's teacher. You want to tell the story? It's funny. It's so
So
funny.
my son right now, he's in 2nd grade, right? Like he's a character. Like I'm a character. Victor tells you he's an introvert. He's
I'm
a
an
character.
introvert.
Bro, he's
Like,
been,
I'm an introvert.
he has talked the most all the entire
Ronnie,
podcast.
It's the Victor
I'm an
show.
introvert.
Yeah, right.
I'm an introvert.
So-
guys.
Cállate la boca, güey. Ya ni
little
te-
Victor.
ya ni tú te la crees, bro.
No, but in all honesty, when I was in business school, I took.
Were you an introvert
Yeah, I was
too?
an introvert.
Ah, yeah, right.
No, I'm an introvert
That's why
too,
she didn't
bro.
drive. That's
I'm
why
very
you didn't drive.
introverted.
I was very
And
scared. I was very,
remember-
very scared.
I remember my professor when I said, "Oh, I'm an introvert." He was like, like he's like, "There's no way." Like,
introvert.
Yeah.
No
Let's
estás
spit out.
callado.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
No, but Vic was kind of an
I
introvert
was-
in
I
high
was-
school.
I
Yeah.
was-
yes,
quiet.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I was.
Ya se le quitó.
Put
ya.
a number
Past
sense.
tense,
Let's
past
Sí, chinga, sí, pinche nerd.
Me decía Ronnie, ¿cómo le
Hey,
hiciste,
wait,
güey?
hey, wait, let me copy. Wait, chinga, no seas así, bro.
No, I was like, no, Ronnie, come on, dude. Do your own work.
Why don't you want both of us to do
con-
well?
con
What
Mr.
kind of
Leja.
person are you?
Come and biology, Mr. Leja.
See, I remember, bro. Oh my god, I hate
Come on.
studying.
Ay.
So our son,
Our son right now is hilarious. Like he's a character, right? Like he's extroverted for sure. Like if you want him to perform right now and sing and tell jokes, he's gonna do it. So in school, he's a character, and then now with everything that's going on, so I humbly say, right, like I'm on the Texas Concrete Board. I'm the first Hispanic female, and then I'll be on the National Concrete Board. And I don't know what the stats are there. I don't know if I'm the first.
well, I'll tell you.
Female owner.
There's been three females on the Texas Aggregate Association.
But they're all from corporate.
from corporate. Carla is the first female Hispanic owner on the board and the first one from the
Eso
Valley.
chingona.
From the Valley.
Wow.
Hey,
Cheers, cheers.
hell yeah. Salud.
Ay, enough.
Hey, y del Valle, compadre. Hey.
Yeah, del Valle. I'll be the first in the Valley.
Hey,
Con agua.
even worse, the,
Vamos a esto
the
never share the
Brownsville.
water.
Put her Eagles, put her Eagles.
So there's a
And
there's
now
a,
she's gonna
there's
be
a
on the
national concrete
national
board, right?
board.
That all those guys are from Cemex, from Argos, from Wholesome. Like there's no mom and pops there. And so I get a call this January from a president from a big global company like Karla. We want to invite you to vote you into the NRMCA, the National Ready Mix Concrete Board. And I'm honored, right? And so I tell my son all these things and my daughter. And so our son now is like, Mom, there's this place at Disney World where only celebrities can go.
Are you a celebrity? Are you?
We can go now.
Yeah.
We can go.
Does that mean we're in? Do we have connections?
He's like, Mom, you're the only woman in concrete, and they know you are. You're a celebrity, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Tú dile que sí, man. Yeah, baby, I'm a. Actually, baby, I'm actually a superhero.
But it's fun for us bringing our kids. You know, we try to make it, again, it's all about relationships and our team members. And, you know, we had a great Christmas party. And, you know, we've got to work, but we want to work hard, play hard, right? And make sure that everybody has a good time. And our son, so today he's writing an essay Our teacher sends it to us.
It's supposed to be a persuasive essay.
So, it's talking about,
very persuasive.
that, when it rains, the playground's muddy. So when they're exercising, they get their shoes muddy, and then they bring the mud into the
And the
classroom.
teacher gets mad that they're muddy.
So he's persuading the principal to build an indoor gym. Yeah. And he says,
what a great idea.
And I am sure
my mom and dad's
concrete company.
Sí, ya está vendiendo concrete, bro. Hey,
there you
know what I'm saying? We talk about
they'll
this.
be happy to supply you. And by the way,
They're
we're
the
number one in
one.
South Texas.
Yeah. We just
Sincerely,
became.
Victor Garza.
He's 8, but to us, it's
He's
fun
already
that it's-
selling, bro.
That it's
Yeah, no,
personal,
I love
right?
it.
It's personal.
Oh, man.
And so it's.
But that's what VMK is.
That's it's our
that-
name
I
on
mean,
the door.
that's
It's
it.
us. It's our.
I can't say it's anything else.
It's y'all. It's your kids. It's your daughter.
beautiful.
I mean, it's not a. Who
It's
is
on the-
it? Who are the investors? It's us. It's
Yeah.
it. That's it. In our
When your
kids.
kid gets old enough and he starts
He's gonna be
working with
batching
you,
concrete.
yeah,
Stop.
and when he gets
On the loader.
older and he starts working with you guys, and you tell him the same advice that you were told before. Act like your name's on the door.
Yeah.
Son, your name's on the door.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's right.
Literally.
And then so that was today. Yesterday or the day before, Karla got a picture from our daughter's teacher, and it's Carlita's
Oh,
picture.
she did the most beautiful drawing. Oh my God.
She's 4.
She's 4.5. She'll be 5 in May. Like, she drew me in a hard hat. I've never looked better. Like a stick figure. I just
Curly
have
hair.
a ton of
Curly
hair.
hair.
I look
Tingles.
great.
Curly hair.
Our son is next to me. She's in the loader, and it was like
In the
this
bucket.
Oh, my
beautiful
God.
drawing of a loader.
And
then he's in the batch office. And then so at Conway, the batch office was a Connex up high. So he's in the Connex, y el pelillo parado, and he's like, and so the teacher's like, what are you drawing? And she's like,
Oh,
they were supposed
the rock
to draw
pile?
what
The
they
rock
love
pile.
the most. What do they love the most? That was their art project. And that's what she drew. And then she wrote VMK in big letters. And she's like, I'm drawing my mom. I love her. She's the strongest person I know. She's 4, right? She's like a big boss at Concrete.
I love it.
And we're all in it together.
That's amazing. That's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Anyway, you have
Stop.
what a beautiful life.
What more do you want for an American
¿Qué
dream?
más quieren?
I love it.
Right?
I'm really happy.
I'm grateful.
I'm really fucking happy, bro.
But the
I'm
thing is,
proud of you
right?
guys.
Thank you. But I
Seriously.
always
Thank
like
you.
That's very, very cool, guys.
I'm grateful. Like I always feel like if you don't have gratitude,
Well, what are you doing it for?
Diosito te lo quita. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
like I'm grateful.
Gotta
Like,
be grateful.
I'm
Yeah.
grateful. I'm grateful.
Gotta be very grateful.
I
I'm grateful
go-
for the ups and downs of life, of business, of entrepreneurship. It's not easy, and
it's going to continue like this, bro.
Yes,
and
always.
to you,
Ebbs and flows,
business
always.
owners or people out there that want to desire to have an inkling, try it. I don't have any regrets. When you've got a paycheck, you think, como lo voy a hacer? I got bills to pay and this and that, and you got to believe in yourself.
No, and it
Right.
was tough. Like I had a really good job at Pepsi. He had a really good job at Cemex.
You didn't need to take his shit. off.
No, like it was like the thing
That
is
was the easy way.
no,
Yeah.
like he could have been the president of Cemex. I could have been the president of Pepsi, and we could have done it together, and we would have gotten our 5 weeks vacation, which is what those big global companies do, and we would have worked maybe 7 to 6.
Boring.
Yeah, and we would have not worked Saturdays, and it's just like dale,
Yeah.
but we chose it.
You took a gamble.
It's fun. And it's fun to that responsibility of the 94, 96 people that are on our team,
yeah.
their families, when they, come out and you meet the wives and you meet the children and, you're being a role model to them. And,
Yeah.
I go back, I went to O'Grady Elementary
Yeah.
School. So we go to O'Grady and donate to their book fair. And man, the teachers
Man,
are,
it's because I think the book fair, like, it's so beautiful. Like, you're a kid. You see all these books. It's so glamorous. Like, and the
I
thing is-
remember.
where'd you go to elementary, Marcel?
Castro School, bro. Even
No, and-
worse.
and-
Southside, homie.
Guáchale, vato.
That's where I got my
No.
street cred. Yeah.
Still solidified.
I was a gang member.
I get to the
Ay,
crib.
la madre, oh,
Nah,
shit.
just kidding.
So they walk
But
in.
I was the only white guy, the only blonde one there.
No.
I was. Imagine me in Castro School.
Where's Castro? What part of Mission?
You know how many
Southside.
times I got in a fight in elementary, way?
Wait, Castro
I'm
on
still
Mayberry or
Castro's
Oh,
on,
no.
on South Mayberry over
South
there,
Mayberry,
South Side,
yeah.
baby.
By Spice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I
You know,
see.
and like, but
My coach would send me out to go get cigarettes for him, bro.
in elementary.
Hey, wait, leave
In
the cat. No,
elementary?
hey, yes, in elementary. In elementary, you
Was
remember
his name
Je-
Epstein?
Yeah, you remember Jesse Campos? No, it wasn't like that.
Jesse Campos.
You remember Jesse, bro? He would send us to go buy him cigarettes at the corner store off campus.
Pobre, no le vayan a hacer el retirement party.
No,
Y
yeah.
que ahorita salga ese pedo.
Nah, ya murió.
Yeah, we forgave him.
Nah, no, but he was actually a great coach. It's just that,
Scarred for life.
you know,
Scarred for life.
that's the type of upbringing we had in
Back
Southside
in the
Mission.
day,
Yeah.
But we talk about it. You know what happens when little young kids, elementary school, they're taking them to the book fair. Everybody's excited.
Well, so it started because like our kids, right? Like they're in little private schools and they're like, "Oh, it's the book fair, Mom." And I know my kid likes to read. I know $20 isn't going to be enough. And I'm like, "No, but I'm going to give him like $50, $60 and then over the course of the 3 days that they go, he'll get $20 each day, right?" But I don't feel good about it.
Why?
And because why does my son, I work my ass off, but why does my son get $60?
Mm-hmm.
I know that the kids at his old elementary school may not have $5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So I reach out to O'Grady Elementary and I'm like, "Hey, I want to donate $1,000 to your book fair. Pick whatever you want to do. If you want to do $25 a kid, 25 kids, 50 kids, you let me know, but I'm going to give you this check." And so I do that every year
Yeah.
to be okay with myself giving
Yeah.
my kids $60, $70 to go to
Yeah.
the book fair.
But the reality is, we enjoy part of our business and working hard is we like giving back to our community.
Yes.
And I know STBA has done that with veterans, and when a project like that comes up, we want to be involved with whether it's
Yeah.
concrete, landscaping materials, or both. We feel it's important to be part. We're a product of our community.
Absolutely.
We need to be examples. I think this day and age, the kids are on the iPads and the iPhones
Yeah.
and this and that. And I was reading the other day an article that we're a very unique generation because we grew up, in the streets, riding our bike. But then
Without the technology.
And then
we got the
internet came in.
But then we got the technology. So
You're
we got
online,
both. So
right?
we got
Dial-up.
both. We got
No,
both.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
We got both.
1990
Yeah,
something.
Right.
Right.
So our parents, with the old, and then our kids are all new. We're kind of the in-betweens.
We're actually amazing, bro. Our generation
it's
is
pretty
incredible.
freaking cool.
Yeah, we're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, we are.
We're the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not part of that generation, but
Sorry, dude.
Sucks for
You're
everybody
Karla,
else,
sorry.
but we're great. I mean,
But it's tough,
no,
like,
we're
we're
80s. Grew up like
We're the
we're
best.
kids in the
Fuck yeah.
80s. Grunge rock in the 90s. Like
I read this other article that was like, there's no more kids in the ERs now because kids aren't
not.
like climbing
iPads.
trees, doing stuff because
Wow.
they're on their iPads. So there's
Hey,
a lot
dude.
less broken
Wow.
arms and legs.
Yeah.
That's a whole other.
fell off of a tree. You know what I'm saying, bro? Actually, and
I
you-
broke my arm. I broke my leg.
I'll tell a story that's very nostalgic to me. Growing up in the Southside Mission, right, right where the pool's at in Mission,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
community pool, right?
Yeah.
Not community, the city pool.
The city pool.
Yeah, you pay 50 cents to get
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
With
Anyway.
Goldie and Gus. did you?
Yeah, with Goldie.
Oh, you're swimming with Golden Gus? They had that at Brownsville.
Anyway, right outside that pool, there was a mulberry tree. There was a mulberry tree. The little, mulberries.
Yeah.
That,
Te diste la madre.
see, no, hombre, no. We used to climb that tree descalzos porque pues estábamos pobres, güey. Descalzos and hang out in the tree, bro. Just picking mulberries. Yo y Jesse, güey.
No, man.
Yeah, come
The
on.
good old
come
days,
on. The
Jesse.
good old days.
Jesse's an actor,
your
right?
He still does some.
Yeah.
Our mouth was all purple. Our feet all purple with mulberry, juice. What a beautiful,
Yeah.
in my opinion, bro. Like what a
Time.
beautiful
Fun,
time.
yeah. Fun, innocence, yeah.
Outside. Hanging
And
out,
that's what we
talking
need.
about I don't even know what the fuck we would talk about. Like, what the hell would we talk about? We would spend hours, bro,
Yeah, I was about to
hours up
say.
on that tree.
Are you also an introvert? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm shy. I'm super shy.
dude, this has been a great podcast. This has been good, bro.
Yeah.
You guys have an amazing story, and congratulations
Thank
on
you.
Thank
on
you.
all your success and your life journey. Lo que es pa uno nadie te lo puede quitar, and definitely
Thank you.
the prime example. Like that is I'm a true believer in that. You just gotta, sometimes I know that we, sometimes our minds want to go in different directions that life is taking us, but sometimes you just gotta follow the flow. And I mean, I don't
appreciate the process,
Yeah.
right? Just
Yeah.
accept the process.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort. I went to, I don't know if you grew up going to Guadalupe Church and Mission, but
yes.
there's a.
I was there. I was there in pre-kinder and kinder. I was there with Leo Lopez, Joey Longoria,
JJ.
Who else? JJ was there. Yes. Bro, I still got a picture of that. That's crazy.
But there was a priest a couple of years ago. One of the priests, it wasn't Father Roy. One of the priests said, and it's true, right? You got to put in the time. There was in the sermon, he was, the story was that there's an old lady that would pray every day to go to church and pray, wanted to win the lottery. So one day, one of this, the I don't know if it was the Christ figure, one of the saints, like came to life and said, "Well, buy a damn lottery ticket."
Well, see,
Right?
¿Cómo te ayuda?
¿Cómo te ayuda? People.
I've been trying to tell you.
People want to be successful. They have aspirations, but you just got to put in the time. Right?
Yeah.
And you got to believe.
You got to do.
Yeah.
Take the
It's a
steps,
little
yeah.
bit of some people call it luck. I like. ¿Qué dijo?
El Jaime Lee. Diosidencia.
Diosidencias. I really like that.
Diosidencia.
Claro,
Because I didn't
diosidencias.
think, it's God is a divine power. There's something there that you can't grasp and but it's there. But you've got to put in the work and the effort.
Definitely.
It doesn't come to you just sitting at home.
No, sir, it won't.
On the couch,
No.
right?
No.
You've got to put in the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And where you're at, where a lot of STBA members are at, and the people that are out there hustling and working, you just got to keep grinding. You got to keep doing it, right?
Right.
There's,
The only
Just
way
like-
you're sure to fail is if you quit.
that's it.
Yep. If
The
you
only way you fail.
if you never quit, you never fail, bro.
Yep.
That's right.
You just got to keep pushing.
Yeah, you just get knocked down.
Yeah. One of the things we like to do is we like to do a little raffle, and the raffle consists of people that like, comment, and share the podcast. And I don't know. Oh wow, we got a good amount of people.
Oh wow.
That's a good amount of people. So we're giving away $200 to whoever liked, comment, and shared the podcast
So,
this time around.
So let's do, if STBA is doing 200, we'll do a second raffle. We'll do another 200.
Well, now we're doing $400 raffle.
Do two.
Yeah,
Two.
do
Can we-
do
can we
two?
spin it
Okay,
twice?
let's
200.
Let's just spin it twice.
Okay,
200.
so first time at the STBA podcast, we're gonna go ahead and spin the raffle twice, and we'll let Miss Karla and Victor choose who's gonna spin the wheel first. And since we have two company owners, each one of them gets to spin the wheel once.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
And just so everybody knows, me and Karla did not plan on wearing pink.
A ver, ¿quién está ahí?
It's just Valentine's.
Ese no.
Is my mom on there? A ver. A ver, so we spin. Okay, the first winner is Jesse Rangel.
Woo, Jesse.
Hey, I think that's Jesse.
What, Jesse?
Jesse Liongate, right?
Oh, that's Jesse De Leon.
No, this is Rangel Crown.
Oh, órale,
Crown.
badass.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. They sell
Roof tiles.
Roof tiles.
Oh,
Yeah. Winner, winner.
I know his boss.
Are they concrete
Jesse.
roof tiles?
Yes, they are.
I owe you a phone call.
Jesse, call me.
I know.
Your
I
turn.
know your boss.
Yeah, we met him
Gerardo.
at Taka at Texas Concrete.
Is
Yeah.
at the seminar.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought
So I just
Jesse's
spin
De Leon.
or
What the heck?
Or press it there.
Yeah, just
One more
press
time.
press the middle.
A ver,
All right,
¿quién gana?
number two.
Number 2.
Let's see.
No way! He won both.
No.
He won
No,
both.
Yeah. te
Congratulations.
tocaba
Wow,
Jesse.
Jesse.
And you know what? That guy's actually an avid. Shout out to Jesse.
Jesse, congrats.
He's an avid listener, and he's won before.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
He's
congrats,
won the
Jesse.
raffle before, so congratulations to
Go
him.
buy some lottery tickets.
Yeah, dude. He just won $400.
There you go.
Congratulations to him.
Cheers, Jesse.
That's awesome, Jesse.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank y'all for inviting us. I
Thank
know that
you.
this was long overdue.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
we wanted to do it after.
We kept talking about it. And
Yeah,
you'd be like,
yeah.
give me a little bit of time. Give me a little
I
bit of time.
know we got something cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to have more to talk about.
Yeah,
so
no.
it's been exciting.
What a great story, guys! I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to if we get together again in 2 years because it's been only 2.
That's right.
I know.
So
That is true.
So then we have some really high expectations for you. If there was that kind of growth in 2 years, we
Stop
expect
it.
the same growth for 2 more years.
Holy shit. Okay.
Síguele.
Dale.
Hey man, I love you.
We'll do it.
I love
I
you guys,
appreciate
man.
you guys.
Thank you,
I
STBA.
want to say, like, we're just 2 kids from the valley,
I know.
and there's a lot of kids from the valley, and
Yeah.
I pray and I hope that they figure that things work out the way it worked out for us,
Yeah,
all 4 of us kids from the valley. Like,
I
it's a big
agree.
deal.
And you
We
know,
gotta
having
do it
said that-
together, man.
It's a big
and
deal.
having said that, I mean, if you know the folks that are watching, they've got kids that want to go to college. I know we've talked to you about you know your son going to A&M. Any university is great. You know, even if you go to UT, you know, UT's
I mean,
a great school.
even if.
But if you go to A&M,
But
even
you're probably better off. Yeah.
But you know,
I go out of my way.
if
Victor goes out of
anybody
his way to help
has
kids from
any
the valley.
questions?
Like,
You know, did I think I'd go to A&M, go to Stanford? No, it's kind of looking back. It was a dream, right? And it
It's
happened.
good. Think about it, bro. We were born in the 70s
Yes,
in Mission.
Mission, Texas.
Oye, no era nada, güey. O sea, Mission no era nada. Para alguien salir de Mission,
Yeah.
get a full ride to Texas A&M, at Texas A&M, full ride at Stanford. Man, kudos to you, compadre.
That's
Thank you,
big
man.
time,
I'm
bro.
really
it's a
fucking
big
proud
deal.
of you.
It's a big,
Big
deal.
time.
Big
But
deal. Big
it's
deal.
God, right? God is my captain.
Yeah.
God is my captain. I'm on the ship. I'm on the boat. He's the leader. I'm just following along.
Yeah.
And doing what I'm supposed to be doing, helping people, helping those around me. And I think that's a challenge that I want. You know, if anybody out there, I'll reach out. Anybody has kids that obviously want to be an engineer, they want to learn about concrete. I'm a mechanical engineer. I love tinkering with things. I've got 60 mixer trucks. I've got 18 wheelers. I got dump trucks. I mean, stuff that 4 years ago I didn't have.
Yeah.
And it wasn't me. It was God. Karla and I finding each other, finding our way, working together, doing the right thing for the right reasons, and everything else
All
comes.
day, every day.
It kind of falls into place, right? And so if I take care of my family, and then my team is my extended family, their family is part of my family because they depend on me. My customers are part of my family. Then God's going to continue to bless us to do the right thing. And so my challenge is, as STBA, as an alliance, let's continue to work on our community. The Valley's getting a name out there now. We're getting a voice in Austin. In fact, Karla and I are going to be in Austin next week to talk to senators and representatives because our association. That's why we're part of the Concrete Association, to go talk to our representatives, and it's important to make sure that people know that we're out here. The Valley, we're a growing force, being on the border. Obviously, we're getting a lot of news coverage because we're on the border, because of the immigrant situation. But the Valley's got a lot to offer.
Right.
Great cost of living, great health care, great housing. I lived in the Bay Area. Karla's lived in Austin. You can't afford those places on a $50,000-$60,000 salary. But you can come to the Valley and buy a great home, and you've got all the amenities around here, great restaurants, great places.
Still live a good life.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And people ask me, well, why do you want to live in the Valley? But it's great. You got the beach.
Because it's mine.
And it's home.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
home.
home, right?
It's mine.
But it's it's a great culture, a lot of great people here, a lot of hardworking people. And I think the Valley's got a lot of promise, so we got to help that generation. There might be other sons of concrete finishers and framers and plumbers that want to be an engineer, a civil engineer, something in, Vmk Concrete and Vmk Materials wants to support that. And I know that STBA does. So, we got to continue to push to be a positive force. Obviously, our businesses have to be profitable, but we got to give back to our communities. And so count on our support from all our various businesses to help STBA and our community to continue to be a positive influence on all these kids out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of bad influences, and we just have to continue to be positive force across the valley. And I think they've got a lot to look forward to. I think the valley's got a lot of potential. There's doctors and lawyers and attorneys and veterinarians and engineers, and they're coming from the valley. And so it's I think we need to continue to support that. We support that. Reach out to anybody that's out there. Then some people. Karla was first in her family to go to college. She didn't really know how to navigate those waters. And
so that's why I like to support kids from the valley.
Yeah.
Especially if they want to go to higher education, to a big Texas school. I want to help you.
Yeah.
And we support
because I know how hard it is.
We
Like,
support
Not
our team
everybody
members.
can pioneer,
No.
man.
no, and then
Right?
like
Sometimes,
I know.
we got to pave the way.
Yeah.
Especially if you've made it.
Yeah.
We're
So one of our upcoming projects, because we donate a lot into the community, is to do VMK Foundations, and it's building a solid foundation in our community.
charity organization.
I love it.
Yeah, so we're gonna work on that. That's kind of our pet project when we have some free time from concrete
From
and
all the
materials.
free time you all have, obviously.
And Karla, she's on those boards. I'm on the Mission Education Foundation with the Mission School District.
Hey, bro, let me know how I can help, because
Yes.
obviously I'm very proud of being where I'm from.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I was just in a meeting yesterday. We're gonna have a Bo Garza and David Lee Garza concert April 11th.
Cool.
So I'll give you guys more information
Yeah.
on
Cool.
that. We're gonna sell tickets at the Mission Event Center, and
Nobody
that's for
mission.
scholarships.
Nobody wants to support them.
Yeah, mission stuff. We need to
I know,
support.
I know.
We need to support mission.
But-
Because products of mission, right? And we're also on the McAllen A&M higher education.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. So the
campus.
Aggie campus here
Yeah.
in McAllen. So we're on the advisory board, and it's so beautiful that they're giving the kids of the valley an opportunity to be Aggies. So if you make less than $100,000 in your family, you get a free tuition.
Wow.
And,
At A&M.
and
You
there's
go to,
about 15
Tres
degrees.
Lagos,
Yeah.
You go to Tres Lagos, take some beginners classes there.
Yeah.
And then
But there's
you
about
can
15
transfer
degrees that you can do from start
to
to
finish
finish
there. And then you
and
can also
finish it.
transfer to College Station.
Yeah.
But
you
you're
get
an Aggie.
You get an Aggie ring.
No, I know.
it's-
It's a
it's-
great
it's-
program.
That's awesome.
Dude,
It's
they
a
have a
big deal.
construction science program that's
Yes.
supposed to be incredible.
They're going to start
Yes.
nursing.
Yeah.
So
but they have 100 acres that they're going to develop
Yes.
Yeah.
into different
And,
majors.
and Mike Roads out there, obviously,
Yeah.
Tres Lagos and Roads Development have been great. And we're close to Manny Vela's retiring.
Yeah.
He's the COO of the A&M campus. But if there's anything we can do, if there's a construction science department, that anything we can do with STBA, let us know. Happy to be a liaison there and help out. We just, we're excited for the growth of the valley. That's why Karla and I, she lived in Austin. I lived in Houston and San Francisco and Florida. We wanted to come back home because we see the potential. We want to invest in the valley. We've made a huge investment with this acquisition of Cemex. And, so now being valley-wide, we want to participate in all of the communities where we're at. And we just want to continue being part of it. We're just, we're a grain of sand in what
The grand
valley
scheme of
community-
things.
The valley community is, but we want to do our part. And if we all do our part as entrepreneurs and business people, we can help those kids that were like you from the south side of Mission and me from Trosper and 2 Mile Line to,
Go to Stanford.
do something.
Yeah, it's a big
Absolutely.
deal.
That's pretty
Bro,
amazing,
they
my
can do
brother.
it.
I think. Sorry, go ahead.
We went to Main Event like a couple years ago, and the girl that was checking us in, Victor was wearing a Stanford jacket. And she was like, "Sir, why are you wearing a Stanford jacket?" And he's like, "Oh, I went there." And she's like, "I'm going there."
Wow.
A little
And she was
from far.
yeah, from PSJ.
From far.
We're like, I was like, "Here's our card. You reach out to us. Let us know what you need." And she's like, "I'm the only one I know from far
I love
that
it.
is on my way to Stanford." It's a big deal.
Es que somos del Valle.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
big deal.
I do want to say this, man, because I think we do need some help. And this is probably long overdue because we haven't really wanted to talk about it. I think you guys first joined STBA. You know our mission statement. You know what we're about. You know what we've done for our community. There's things that we want to continue to do for our community. But we're currently stuck. We're spinning our wheels. We're trying to get national recognition because it's important, right? Having a seat at the table at the state level and at the national level, from our perspective, from a kid from Southside Mission, to be able to affect change at the state and national level is extremely important, not just for us, because it's not just about us. It's about our community and the people that and the industry that we're a part of. We're stuck. We've got another organization that continues to get in the way of that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. We've come up for vote. It got tabled because we got badmouthed, and we're supposed to come up for vote again, and it got postponed. Because we're being talked about in a negative way. You know me. You know the people in the organization. You know the board. We're spending money to get this thing done, money that we could be spending in our community, money that we've already done and we've proven. And so we need our community to help in that sense. We need our vendors and our affiliates to help, because it's not right. It's not right. And I think we're going to get there. Have no doubt in my mind, because like we talked about in this podcast, quitting is the only way you don't get there. We're not going to quit. But we have to do this together as a community. We need help.
So how can we help? Letters of recommendation.
Letters of
reference
recommendations
letters?
would be good, but more importantly, influence in that other organization. Just stop, man. Stop. What you're doing, keeping us from moving forward and from growing our community, is senseless. Yeah. Sorry, I need to say that because, man, it ain't right. We talk about so much pride being from the Valley, growing it, giving back, truly in our hearts, like that is at our true essence. It shouldn't be held back by our own community.
Yeah.
So I don't want to badmouth anybody, but shame on that.
Yeah.
That's not the way to grow.
Yeah.
So I'm personally, I challenge them to do the right thing and stop.
Absolutely.
And stop. I didn't want to end it on that, but it did need to be said. I wanted to say it on this podcast.
We need to support each other, help each other.
Yeah.
You
You don't want to have that Mexican crab mentality.
No.
And it's
We need
and
to
it's
not be a
and
Mexican
it's something that's
No.
very
Yeah.
strong and
Yeah,
rooted
yeah.
in a lot of people.
Yeah.
And here we don't believe in that.
Yeah.
And you know us. Like we've been
It's
around each
tough.
other,
Yeah.
and it's a very sad situation. But when you never quit, you never fail, right?
Right.
So it's one of those things where we just keep trucking
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
And we know we keep doing the right thing, and we keep fighting the good fight. We've done everything that's been asked of us. There's not one thing we haven't done that wasn't asked from us. And all we can do is keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Right?
But your efforts, bro, and y'all's stories solidifies our
But-
resolve.
but it-
you know
but
what I
it-
mean?
but-
Like, we
but
got to
it-
keep doing it.
But it continues the message, right? It's we can't give up.
Of course.
What your vision for STBA, and I was in my past job at Cemex, I would be with that organization, and I never saw the involvement and the activity that I see in STBA, the excitement, the fun. We're having fun, right? And there's a lot of
We're
home
building,
builders,
bro, we're
but
building not just a relationship, but I think more than that, like friendships that are
Yeah.
and there's a lot of
strong.
competitors. Everybody's, but there's room for everybody.
Exactly.
And we gotta help each other grow.
I had
and
I had
become
a
better.
boss once that would tell me and it's so true, and I live by it. You got to lift others as you climb. It's not just about your climb.
Right.
You have to bring others with
Agreed.
you.
Right.
It's not like I'm climbing y te voy a pisar.
Yeah,
Because
agreed.
that's a lot of people's mentality.
Yeah.
I'm climbing, but I want to bring you with me.
Yeah.
You might not be at my table, but you're gonna be at the next table. Like
Yeah.
let's go. Like
Yeah.
let's go.
You know-
Yeah,
What is
no.
the name of the VP over there
Where?
at RGVBA?
Oh,
Raul something?
Yeah.
Raul, man, I challenge you to do the right thing, bro.
It's tough.
honestly.
It's tough.
Come on the podcast. Come talk to me. Come talk to our organization. Come talk to our people.
At the end of the day, it's like us. We've got a lot of competitors. Everybody has their customer base. Everybody has what they bring to the table.
Yeah.
And is it quality and service? Is it the cheapest price? Is it they bring something.
Yeah.
And there's a market for everybody.
Agreed, but let me say something really important. This is a non-for-profit business.
Correct.
We are a non-profit.
Yeah.
How would you disenfranchise so
Yeah.
many builders?
Yeah.
If your responsibility is to pick
But at the end of the
everybody
day,
up.
whether they're a builder association, we're another builder association here, we're all moving the industry forward.
Yeah.
And so we've got to build it forward.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Whether we're from two different sides, Democrats and Republicans.
Sure.
They still got to move the country forward.
Of course.
Whether you agree or disagree, but so we've got to find a way to work together and find some common ground.
Yeah.
There's going to be some
I
disagreements,
think that
sure.
I think that egos have been struck
Sure.
because of the I would like to believe the wildfire that we have here at STBA. I just keep working hard and moving this organization forward. But just for the record, we've never really actually talked ill about anybody. If anything, we just we keep our noses down and we keep doing what we're asked to do. And it's very unfortunate as we do that. One of the things that I was asked to do, I got asked to, go to their office and try to make the peace and stuff. And they took it upon themselves to call a president that's sitting at a Texas level and badmouthed me really bad that I went into their office and that I told off of people to sign documents and stuff like that. And this came from their president calling someone over there in Texas. And it was really sad. And, that day I was actually golfing. And I'm on the third hole in Lagos, and man, it makes my heart race because I'm not here to disrespect anybody, right? So my thing is like, if I would disrespect an old lady, I'd be disrespecting my mom. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like I was raised better than that.
It's culture,
I was raised by nalgadas. Like, hey, I was raised right, straight up. I wasn't a perfect kid, so my mom had to make me a fucking man that I am today. And that is really sad because that gives you the idea of the people you're dealing with and the characters. They're very it's very sad. It's a very sad situation.
It's a sad situation.
I would say, no different than our story. Can't give up.
No, of course
How many
not.
closed doors did I have?
Bro, I don't get paid
So,
to be here, homie.
I know.
I'm
So-
here because
so
I
my-
truly love what we're doing.
Hollywood.
My consolation is we got to keep trucking along.
Yeah, of course.
Can't give up.
Of course.
It's going to happen in the right time.
Yes, agree.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when the right time comes, we're going to look back and we think, okay,
Yeah.
now it makes sense.
And
Yeah.
it's true because when it's meant to be, it's not going to be forced.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
gonna
Now-
happen.
We ain't
like-
forcing anything.
again,
But you have to keep going.
Of course.
Like that sermon, right?
All I
you
do
got to
is-
go buy a lottery
Yeah.
ticket. We got to try.
I
Yep.
wish peace on the
Yeah.
souls that have no peace in their mind.
Eventually. Now, we got to try.
It's the
So
truth. There's a lot
whatever-
of people with a lot of egos out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That same boss that would
Kaltia.
tell me about
You know what I'm saying? I got you, homie.
It's like
Look,
a lot
I'm
of
gonna
love.
see you,
That's
homie.
like
That
a very
boss-
polite way
Yeah.
of saying I send a lot of love to my haters.
Yeah.
Hey, and
I got you,
we
homie.
talked a lot about.
I don't forget anything.
The rosy stuff.
Yeah.
We got some haters.
Of
out there.
course, bro. Of course, I get it.
How did I do it? I got investors in Monterey. I got one investor, and it's God, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's all.
And so we're gonna have haters. STBA has
Yeah.
haters, but we're doing the right thing.
Yep.
We gotta move it forward.
Yeah.
We gotta believe in the process. It's gonna happen. Now we've got to act, right? So whatever we can do, and not because she's my wife, but now she's got a voice at the state level and national level.
Yep.
Whatever Karla can do, and we joke in the office.
Yeah.
The student has become the master.
Yep.
I taught her everything I know about concrete, and then she, took it a
Ya
step
te
further.
pasó,
Yeah.
compadre.
Yeah, it's like,
They didn't
Victor-
call you to
Oh,
go
yeah.
and represent.
They're like, Victor who?
Victor.
This is from the National Association.
Ronnie.
Oh my God! Yes, thank you for.
Yeah, it's like,
can we talk to
your
Karla?
wife? Like, Karla, they want to talk to you. Like, but you know what? I love that.
Yeah.
Because I've done my part
Yeah.
in showing her she loves the business.
Yeah.
But, we're going to go to Austin.
Yeah.
We're going to go talk to senators and representatives because we're fighting our own battles in environmental
course.
and DPS and stuff. But whatever we can do to help as a supplier, as a letter of recommendation, I think that's
It matters.
As an STBA member,
Yeah.
we want to help.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's STBA versus the other association.
No.
It's how can we work
Let's
together.
work together.
No. Exactly.
Let's work together. together.
So I
Yeah.
will. So I
And
will say
single.
this: Peter Vargas, you're on the board. Do the right thing, bro. Brian Hicks, you're on the board. Do the right thing. Carlos Rodriguez, BFS. I am probably one of your biggest purchasers of lumber. At least you're the lumber company I go to the most. Do the right thing. Raul, I don't know you very well. Do the right thing. Mary, do the right thing. Stop. Don't do it for you. It ain't about us versus them. It is truly, if you're in a nonprofit organization,
It's about the communities.
it is about
We're
the community.
valley. So that same boss that would tell me about act like your name's on the door, he would also say,
Yeah.
check your ego
Yeah.
at the door.
Yes.
I
We
don't-
talk
ego
about
at the
that in
door.
our board.
You know,
all our board
Dude.
meetings, bro. Check your ego
The
at
first
the door.
thing you walk in when you go to jiu-jitsu, they have it on the wall. Leave your ego at the door.
You know, one thing, I don't. If you
History will not serve them
if
well.
If you listen how I talk about our team members, they're team members. I'm no better than anybody on my team. If they need me to go batch tonight, I'll be the batchman. I'll be the loader operator. I'll be the dispatcher. I know how to drive a mixer truck, but I don't have a CDL. That's the only thing I can't do on the road.
And
Only
that was
because
gonna
that's
be my
illegal.
story.
Oh,
No, hold
oh,
on. That was going to be.
That's
so
a great
you guys
story.
brought
That's a great
up
story.
how I didn't have a license. That was not going to be the conversation I wanted to bring up.
I know, but
Hold
but
on, it's a great story. It's a funny
Victor,
story.
I know
Full
it.
ride to A&M, full ride to Stanford, failed the CDL test.
Twice.
no way.
Damn.
I am not.
No, que muy inteligente. Pero you know what?
I've never
Hey,
even taken it once, bro. Don't
No.
even worry about
when
it.
when we go have dinner with my son, we're gonna talk about this. You
I
know
was
why?
not meant
Because
to be a
Mijo,
CDL driver.
igual, compadre, he failed his driving test the first time.
I was not meant to be a CDL
the
driver.
lady, she was in a bad mood. Like
Dude,
could,
the first time-
Depends who you get. It
he
depends
was,
who you
get.
he was
The first time-
walking
Hold on, it was
around the
COVID.
truck,
It
and she's
was
like,
COVID.
"You failed."
It was COVID, and so hold on. It was COVID, right? We're going back in time. COVID, we had the one driver who Karla would call on call to go deliver. We had a little bit more work, and he's an older gentleman, so sometimes he had to go to the doctor, so we had to go deliver. And so I was like, "Pues I'm gonna get my CDL, Karla.
Bien
I'm
chingón.
gonna go get it." I was like, "Dude, I worked. I had drivers. I know how to do that test. I take the test."
Oh, the written?
I passed
100.
I passed the written test.
100.
Chingon. I go take the driving test. 10 minutes in, sir. Are you done?
Yeah, do the pre-trip inspection, right?
I'm thinking, like, why is she asking me that? Why?
Yeah.
You just started.
Yeah. And I
pedo?
start rattling. Yeah, I'm done. Failed. Like, why?
Oh,
Can't
God.
tell
You
you.
hadn't even turned it on.
I can't tell you. What do you mean? Fuck. So, like, in COVID, the wait times to get an appointment again were like 3 months. So I'll wait 3 months,
He goes back.
go again. Different lady. Dude, I kind of have a photographic memory. So I memorized the freaking thing in order. So I go through the list.
No me lo cambies.
She's
No me
like-
cambies el order
she's like-
porque
she's like, are you done?
even I got anxiety
The
right now.
truck's not on yet.
Hold
he
on, the
hasn't
truck's
even
not
gotten,
on.
He hasn't even gotten behind the wheel.
And I'm like, "Chinga, why is she asking me that?"
Otra vez.
And I write it off 3-4 things that maybe I missed. I'm like, "Chinga, my memory." Okay, sir. All right, turn on the truck. Didn't turn on.
No, hombre.
It's like, give me 1 second, ma'am. I'll try it again. No prende.
That was
This is
our
our
first
first
truck.
Yeah, let's pretend it turned on, ma'am, and I drove
It's like,
great.
Sir, we got 5 more minutes. Yeah, I let it rest and doesn't turn on. I was like, sir, I'm sorry, you failed.
Oh,
Ding.
man.
Oh yeah,
So-
but why do they have to say it like that, bro? Why can't they just say, "Sir, let's do it again"?
Let's
next time."
reschedule.
Yeah, let's reschedule. You failed.
Carlos
so
like,
bad.
Yeah, you're
Not
fired.
everybody is
You're
destined.
fired. Carla's like, Victor, you can go to Stanford, but you're not meant
You're
to
not meant
be
to
a
be a
CDL
CDL
driver.
driver.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
But
all right.
you know,
I'll find
yeah,
other jobs.
You know, with this situation, you know, happy to help however we can. As a member and affiliate of STBA, you know, I believe in what you're doing.
Yeah, I
what
know.
the organization's doing.
Thank you, sir.
You know, coming together, working together. The Valley's got a lot of potential, and we've got to work together to, you know, you build particular different homes than other people.
There's no egos here, you know.
That's right.
And you could tell by the board that we have. As you see, we're about to have a meeting, and they can all come together to do what's best for the organization at all times. We actually have proper voting, you know, where we have our members actually vote our elected officials to run the
organization.
the movement of the organization, right? So there's nobody here that's been placed here. There's nobody here that is hiding anything. You know what I mean? And I take a lot of pride into this as well, because not just being a business owner myself of multiple businesses, but also running an organization, and I treat it like one of my businesses. You know, I treat it like it's one of my businesses,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's why I put so much pride in it, and I would like to believe that every man here has put their ego at the door, and we treat people with respect. That is the most important thing, that we don't disrespect people. We always treat you, if you consider me an enemy or whatnot, just know I would still shake your hand, and I'd buy you dessert like I did last time. You know what I'm saying? I would still hook you up, because I don't let people starve. You know, but with that being said, it's been a great podcast.
It has.
We-
It
You
has.
guys, thank
I know it
you.
was long overdue.
Yes, it was,
Thank
bro.
you
Thank
for
you, guys.
waiting for us. It was a special
I love
occasion for
Thank
us.
you.
Thank
Yes.
No, we
all.
love you, Ronnie.
Thank
We
you
love
for
Ronnie.
everything
Thank
guys
you.
do.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.